And 3, 2, 1, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Amal, and joining me tonight, I have Carl, George, Andy, and the Moose, and we are the Monday Blues coming to you, doing a recap of trade period, post-season. Here we are. It's been a long time, gentlemen. I hope everyone's well. For all those watching along, should we say welcome back? I don't know. How do we bring this in, gents?
Welcome back.
All at once.
Yeah.
All at once.
Whatever you want.
Very good. Very good. Well,
I'll jump out at once.
Let's quickly go around the grounds and just see how the boys have been. Doing. George.
Good, man. Yeah, good. Good to be back, though. Good to see some familiar names in the chat. Full house tonight. How good. It's been nice. It's been nice to have a little break. But yeah, I think we're all getting a little bit of itchy feet. Last month or so, not putting anything out there. So it's nice to be back. Pretty much almost switched off from everything football until the trade period, except my beloved footy cards, the shiny cardboard, as we call it. So I met a lot of really great people in the community, Blues fans, non-Blues fans. It's just been good to, get out and about and meet some people in that community. But trade period, or Carl's domain, Carl's favorite time of the year. It was nice to get stuck back into it, and we're all. I think the group chat hasn't seen that much activity since the last trade period. So. Moose.
It's been good to have a break. It's been refreshing, actually, but I don't know. I hate saying this, but I think it was good to see Carlton start swinging the axe. For me, it's real refreshing. I've stayed away from most of the footy bar the Brownlow, which was fantastic. Old grass eater, and it's good. Enjoying some good weather. Weather's getting a bit better. Work's good. Family's good. Keen to see still 2025, but keen to see what unfolds in the next year, Carl.
Yeah, mate. Going well, mate. Going well. It's been great. No footy, no stress. It's good to see Collingwood not win the flag. I think we haven't been on since then, have we? No, we haven't. We haven't spoke about the granny. It was a shit game. But yeah, just overall good. Enjoy, like Moose said, the weather's been great, but fuck, if you've got hay fever, I'm feeling the pain, man. It's been bad, man. I'm struggling to breathe, struggling to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm overall well. I'm good, man. Andy, how you going?
Good. I'm good. It's been nice to fall back from footy a bit. I really enjoyed not doing anything for a while. So it's good to be back home at the Monday Blues, It's been good. Amal, here you go.
Good, man. Like everyone's covered it off, right? It's been refreshing to get away from what has been a really, really crap year. Tried to get back into golf, but that was a bit of a shit show as well. I'm stuck with a 7 handicap at the moment, and I'm playing like a 25 handicapper. So some pain ahead, which is not good. Other than that, everything is going along swimmingly.
Swimmingly.
That's good.
Like a swan?
Cool.
Too early?
Before we get into it, let's just give our sponsors a shout out. Got GlobalNet Internet Solutions. For all your IT needs, hit up GlobalNet on Instagram. Hit up Naz, champion bloke. Had dinner with Naz and his beautiful family last night. Great bloke, great family, great businessman, great company. Hit up Naz. Mercadante Wood-Fired Pizzeria. Thanks to Mercadante for our weekly giveaway during the season. Moose, for old time's sake, what's the address?
123 Lygon Street, Carlton. Lygon Street, Carlton.
That's all. Elite Plastering. Hit up Eddie for all your plastering needs. Kami Projects. Hit up, who's Kami again? Mo?
Eric, Mo, whatever you want to call him.
That's the one. Yeah, hit up Eric. Sorry, I got it confused. Zach Nasser from YPA. Zach's been on a great run lately, I must say. Selling houses in record time. Hit up Raz Homes for all your, if you want to build a house, pretty much, hit him up. All your development needs. Bottle Pascaval, come see me. Say fuck Charlie Curnow, get 10% off. hit up Damo Finance for all your finance needs. And that's it, mate. It's fantastic to be back, boys. And thanks to all our sponsors and thanks to everyone in the chat for joining us.
Very good.
Let's get into it.
What were the immediate feelings off the back of, well, finals wrapped up, right? Grand finals done. Brisbane has won. They seriously tore Geelong a new one towards the end of the third quarter and the last. Season's done and dusted. How did you boys feel?
I was wrapped for Brisbane. Good on them. They're a mighty good team, man. They're a good team.
Yeah.
And they're only getting better.
They're only getting better, exactly.
And they've almost set the blueprint to, we're going to cover off, a future forward line setup. But you look at their, like, I've been a huge fan of Logan Morris for, since his first few games. You just see the skill that he has and what he brings to their forward line. But him, Zach Bailey, who had, 10 goes at it. But yeah, him, Cameron, their mids chip in with goals, Archie as well. So the way their forward line structure is set up, it's incredibly effective. Incredibly effective. Well, actually, just spoiler alert. I think I showed you guys in the group chat. Ainsworth's interview, and he's like, "I can't wait to have a more unstructured role at Carlton." I thought, "Oh fuck!" Like, he knows. He hasn't even stepped foot in the club, and he knows it's not structured. But yeah, so that forward line blueprint sort of, gives you a little bit of, I guess, not so much hope, but you're a bit optimistic in terms of how we're going to set up next year, and if we can emulate something like that. Is that the way the game's going? But credit to them. They're just don't want Geelong to win. Boring. I don't mind Brisbane. I've nothing against them. So good on them.
Yeah, it was a good final series in the end. There's a couple of really good games. It was nice to see the Filth lose in a prelim. That was good.
And he's happy because he's allowed to go to the footy next year.
Yeah, that's right. I can go to the footy. I was nervous there in the second quarter of the prelim. I'm like, wow, these blokes are going to win. But they're no good. They're no good. I'm telling you, the Isaac Rankin thing killed Adelaide.
100%.
That destroyed him. He owes that football club, mate.
What's even worse is the coach actually came out after they lost and said that the Isaac Rankin situation actually had an impact on the whole group. That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, it's good. That's accountability. Hold him accountable, and he better come out next year and, play twice as hard as he normally does. He's got to earn that respect back.
Wouldn't be surprised if he ends up leaving, to be honest.
Yeah, that too.
Would
you take him?
Disgusting.
Would you take Rankin?
You have
all
to.
Day. All day.
You have to.
100%.
All day. I'll sponsor him.
Put him next to Motlop, see what happens.
Good vibes.
Someone in the chat, not fucking Scotty Tompkins. No, it's a oversized mug. Oversized mug, Scotty. Hope you're well, mate.
It's been a while since we've seen some of these names. I'm just going through. Bocek's in there. Rocco Moro's in there. Only Carlton, the GOAT, is in there. Morris is in there.
I read only Carlton's chat is, would you take Mitch Brown if he came back? I read
came on your back.
Mitch Brown if he came on your back. We know that anyway, there goes our monetization. Sorry, guys.
Jesus.
Carl knew we had the eyes. We had the eyes
straight away.
He's getting a lot of attention now, isn't he? He's relevant.
He is milking it, bro. I don't give a fuck who this offends. Mitch Brown is absolutely milking it.
He's loving it.
Came out as like whatever he is. I don't know if he's gay, boy, whatever he is. There you go. In. Just whatever, right? And now he's everywhere. All of a sudden, these blokes, mate, I'm telling you, in this country, you want to make $1, align yourself to a minority group and align yourself as a victim. And mate, I'm telling you you'll be a fucking millionaire.
Is it the minority group now? That's the scary part. It's not.
Nah,
you tell me, mate. They're your mates.
Get fucked. Just in, he's singing at the 2026 Grand Final.
Yeah.
Go on.
Hey, the chat's gone off now.
What's going on? I keep clicking the wrong thing. There we go.
Does it really?
Really?
Actually?
I don't know.
Someone fact check that.
Damn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Each to their own.
Why did Carlton have him addressing the girls before the game on
Honestly, he probably asked to go in himself.
probably? You know what pissed me off? When he came out, he got upset. He was actually upset that not every club acknowledged him. That's when I thought this bloke's not in it for the right reasons, man. Like, yeah,
Didn't he
I
do
don't
something as well with Gold Coast? Was it? I think.
don't know, man.
Apparently, he's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Was he?
A lot of things.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like it's
Allegedly.
I don't know, more of a spotlight thing. But having spoken to a couple of people in the community,
We've been on
They're
line
like
for
with-
10
with-
minutes and we're going to get banned. We're going to make the news for the second time in a year.
having
Nah.
spoken to a couple of people in that community, they're like, we don't like the fanfare and it's just normal now. Like they like just treat us like human beings rather than give us the fanfare and this and that, right? So, like you said, Andy, Mitch Brown, I think maybe he's seen it as a it's a bit not spoken about much in the AFL circles. So maybe anyway, let's move on.
Fucking hell.
Rocco.
Oh,
For all the Spotify listeners, should we repeat it? That's a good one, actually. Double adapter. I'll take that one.
yeah, why not?
So anyway, okay.
All right, well, look,
Brownlow.
before-
Let's move to the Brownlow quickly. No, you go, Mel. What are you saying?
no, that perfect segue into the Brownlow.
Yeah, we're
do-
talking about
what
the
do we think?
LGBT. Let's talk about Nick Dacos and how he didn't win the Brownlow medal.
All the best and fairest. I'll tell you what, that was
Great after the
controversial,
speech.
right? Like, yeah.
You know what pissed me off about the Brownlow is as soon as Matty Rowell won it, what's it
Brown.
called? The commissioner or whoever it was comes out, and the first thing that comes out of his mouth is, "Oh, I just want to congratulate Nick Dacos on a stellar year."
Yeah.
Well, what?
Shit.
What's Matty Rowell just won his first Brownlow. Would you have done the same if Nick Dacos actually won? No, you're not
No,
going to
no
go around and
chance.
say, "Oh, hey, Matt Rowell, well done on a great season." No, you're not going to do that.
No,
That was
yeah.
I thought that was incredibly disrespectful towards Matt Rowell and his grass eating abilities.
Well, that's the thing. Like when you're a premiership winner, say for example, in the grand final, like you congratulate the losing side. However, I don't think in the history of the Brownlow, you're going to get if you get someone tied for second or two or three people tied for second, you're going to go congratulate all of them. I wouldn't. You haven't really seen that happen. But when it's Nick, I think it's like an AFL thing, right? He's the golden boy, he's the poster boy. He's the one that gets bums on seats, gets memberships. Every time Fox Footy put up an article, they'll have a photo of Nick Dacos, even if it's got nothing to do with him or Collingwood.
It's
Maybe
okay
it's
to congratulate
just appeasing.
for second place, but not as the Brownlow medalist is coming up, right? And first
Not
thing they
instantly.
mention.
Yeah,
That's
your
right.
opening sentence is the runner-up. Come on, man.
Like he wanted to
that's
say, "I'm
shit house.
sorry you didn't win."
He did it last year too, when Cripps won.
Yeah?
Yeah, he congratulated Nick Dacos. I don't mind the congratulations, but the bloke's walking up, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Should go.
Give him his moment. Give him his moment. That's a
Yeah.
historic moment for him, obviously. Like, let him have it. And then, afterwards, whatnot. But
Yeah.
oh well. It's. I'll tell you what though. What a lineup, man. Rowell, Anderson, Tuke Miller, Petrarca.
It's mental.
be-
And
yeah.
if they get Jamara Ugle-Hagan right, wowee.
Bro, forget him, man.
I can't believe he's actually going to the Gold Coast of all places.
To get yourself better. It's probably the last place you want to go to get yourself
Yeah.
better.
Are
So-
you
so-
surprised Rel won it? And who did you have winning it? I don't think anyone had Rel.
Nah, see, I had Noah Anderson winning it.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
the only way he wouldn't win it
Trying to
is
think
if
back.
Matt Rowell takes votes off him. I didn't think Matt Rowell could win. I don't know, I just thought Noah Anderson had a good year. So did Matty Rao, obviously.
I thought Dawson, to be honest.
Dawson.
Yeah,
with you,
he had a good
Dawson
year.
will get there. Yeah.
Mm. You know what I was more surprised at? Paddy Cripps getting 19 votes.
Yes.
That blew
I'm
my
with you.
mind.
I'm with
George,
you.
what did George Hewitt end up on?
10. I think he got
Yeah.
10 votes. Yeah. So it's
It's wild.
It's just the
Yeah.
name. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Some of the
couldn't-
votes. Real got were a bit. How you going?
Yeah, there was
14
yeah.
and 16. Already got three votes.
Yeah.
yeah.
But in one of those games, he had something like
10 tackles, I think it was.
19 tackles
Yeah.
or something. He
Was
had
it
like,
19 tackles?
I don't know. It was like heaps of tackles, like 15, 16 tackles. So it's like he's right under the umpire's nose. You know what I mean? Like right in the contest. So I think,
He's everywhere,
yeah, that kind of pays. Look, as long as Dacos didn't win it, I don't know. I found so much joy in Dacos not winning. It's actually the background of my it's my WhatsApp profile picture.
yeah,
They're crying. They're crying.
Look at him. His face was priceless.
Another robbery that night was Nazai Wanganeen-Miller not getting the 3 votes against Melbourne.
Oh,
How funny was that?
I could not believe that. And look, to be fair, the whole Palladium, every single person in that room was shocked. Andrew Dillon came out at the end of it and said that he's been pushing, well, since he stepped into the role, he's been pushing for umpires to have access to stats at the end of the game to be able to make the most informed decisions around. But then again, if you start including stats,
I don't like
then
that though.
maybe
Nah,
it becomes
shit.
all about the highest disposal winner.
Yeah.
because it's not even about that. It's about influence on the game too, right? Either 1%ers, things that you don't actually get stats on. So it needs to be either someone sitting in a box just looking at the game, not looking at stats, or keep it with the umpires, but educate
Yeah,
them
but
on
I
how
feel
to
like the
actually.
umpires just look at like the certain names, like the big name players, and give them the votes.
Those with influence.
Yeah.
Well, since the Brownlow, there's been a lot happening at Carlton.
There has been.
A lot happening at Carlton.
It's been changes across the board. But before we get into actually what happened, what did you guys want to happen before it all happened? What was it that we wanted?
Charlie gone for me.
Sack Voss.
Voss.
Yeah,
Charlie
that's
for me.
man.
I wanted Charlie gone. I was so adamant that Charlie needed to go. For me,
We
it
said
was
this
Charlie.
like the last year or two though. He's been
Yeah. It's not a surprise.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise.
So I think it's a big positive for the club.
Mm.
The
Georgie?
writing was on the wall, I think, and I don't think anyone was convinced when he came out late July and he's like, I'm playing at Carlton next year. There you go, done.
Yeah, that's the
Out of
attitude.
nowhere.
You knew he was
That was
going.
out
Yeah.
of nowhere as well.
Yeah. And then, I think there was rumors that his missus had moved down. And mind you, I think, we were, one of the first, sort of channels or I guess, supporter base, part of the supporter base that were a bit concerned, let's call it concerned early last year. And then, there was a bit of criticism. And then we copped a hell of a lot of flack, whether it be in the chat, whether it be, I think Andy can attest to all the socials, of course, as well. And then when he's being called out by, premiership winning champion full forwards, all of a sudden the spotlight's on him and whether or not, whatever you want to read into it, he had fallen out with Voss or he wanted to get out of the footy bubble and all this other stuff that was coming up. And then, of course, there was the reports that he had his exit interview and he wanted to go. And mate, if you then you hear the language from players like Wieders and Walsh. If you don't want to be here, the players that don't want to be here will be moved on. Players that don't want to play for the club will be moved on. And you started to see a shift in the narrative and the culture, especially the last few weeks of the season. Some of the stuff that was coming out, even from Voss, like not just players, maybe that Graham Wright effect, or just a shift in mentality overall. You started seeing, tides are changing, and I think as a supporter base, we all started, aligning to that no bullshit mentality. Like, mate, if you're not with us, you're against us. And ultimately, whatever you think of Charles, I choose to obviously, remember some of the good times that he provided, of course, as well. But mate, he's an opposition player now, so we're going to go into it. Can't wait for Wiedering to absolutely cook him. And everyone has a duty when Sydney comes to the MCG, and if the AFL do this right when they release the fixtures, We always play them at the SCG, but they have to do it. Carlton, Sydney. Don't do it at Marvel. Do it at the MCG. Do it in the first 3-4 rounds, and everyone has a duty. You know what to do. All right, just be loud, be heard. Don't be stupid. Just be loud, and make sure he
Can't
knows.
wait. I'm 100% getting banned. 100%.
But going back to that as well, with like we all said it when it happened to when he I think it was an injury he had during the game, and then the following week he rode his bike into the game, and we weren't happy. Now when you look back at it, you think, that was it for me. That moment, it was I was so disappointed. And I said it. I said, "What professional elite athlete?" And I don't care. I don't care that he lives in Collingwood. He thought it was funny though.
Like, mate, you're the club has got like that much hope and faith and insurance on you. Like we invest, like the club invests that much, and as an extension of the club, it's supporters because we put the money in, of course. And the club has a reliance on you to be, well nourished, well rested, well trained, well this, well that, and you're going to go and ride your bike in flip flops or whatever to the MCG. Like in any other sport, you'd be dragged. Like
it's a spit in the face. It's a spit in the face to the members and the club itself.
Yeah. So
and the narrative has been, but what's so wrong at the club? Something's going wrong at the club. Fair enough, right? Like we've spoken in depth over the year about the board and the football department, but changes have been made to the football department. Now, I still believe the board needs to be held accountable, and I still believe the board has actually gotten away with a lot because they've just covered their asses with Graham Wright, made a few changes, he's done all that. So everything's kind of riding on Graham Wright. Whereas they've kind of pushed the responsibility publicly anyway to Graham Wright. So I still think they need to be held accountable. But the way Charlie went about it, and in turn as well, Jack Silvani, like, mate, you like these blokes. Again, I'm not attached to the Silvani name. I don't care. For me, don't care. But what an absolute scumbag. And this is my opinion. The club loves you, mate. Like they loved you. And the narrative that the club didn't treat him right, Jack, we invested into this kid, and he probably played, probably should have been delisted 2 or 3 seasons in. He was no good at the start. He was slow. He tries. That's the thing. He gives his
heart and soul.
You're supposed to give your all. Like that's the bare minimum. You know what I mean? Like the worst footballer can still give his all. That's just effort. And if anything, that's an indictment on our culture when we highlight people's efforts. Like that should be a non-negotiable. But for me, the way they went about it, I didn't like. Like Jack Silvani, we spoke about Craig McRae coming out and disrespecting the club. And I like the way Michael Voss reacted to that. That was also really good. The TDK thing, that's football. You're going to lose players like that. I don't like it, but that's an argument for another day. But that's football. But for me, the Jack Silvani and the Charlie Curnow ones, they just didn't sit right. The way they went about it. Like Charlie forced the issue. He was talking about taking a pay cut to go to Geelong. And then Geelong offered us that rubbish offer. Like, come on, man. I don't know.
Two quick ones. Really quickly, let's shout out Lone Wolf and Absolute Gentleman. Met him a couple of times at TJP Live, I'm pretty sure. Hey, all, some changes, but the way I see it, when the pressure is highest and light is brightest, only the strongest will thrive. Pressure was at its highest and the weak rats scattered. Wow. Powerful. There you go. Thank you for the donation. Great words. PJ Vetter, a good mate Morris, Charlie Curnow has joined a Slurpee Swallow and Comp. Second point, a very own Oracle here, Mus. Take you back to what he said early or late July, I think it was. You just spoke about a couple of names there, Andy. I'll take you back to Mus. A couple of words from Mus, yeah.
Make what you will of it, but I can confirm that.
Wow.
But it's evident on the field that the players don't want to be there, right? But it's known in the medical field, in the AFL world, openly spoken about that there's 3 or 4 players in the Carlton Football Club that are not carrying injuries, that are medically sound, that do not want to play and be out there. So I'll just leave that out there. I'll put that out in the world. Nice.
The Moose speaks again. There you go. The three.
Yeah.
When Moose speaks, the ground shakes.
You call me Shaitan?
Calling you groundbreaking.
My furniture's floating.
Hey, I recall a couple of years ago when we spoke about best 22s and stuff. I didn't have Sauce in there. I said he'd be lucky to play 15 games a year. He was just, I don't know. I didn't see much in him, but I think, we were sort of hanging on to the name.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was.
See, I'm the opposite. I don't mind. Like, I'm upset. Sauce left. I'm upset TDK left, but I'm not upset at the way Sauce went about it. Yeah, I get the whole loyalty bit and the sort of love story and the romance behind it. But at the end of the day, this is his income. This is his livelihood. If he's gone up from 500 to from 500 or 600 up to 850 or 900, good on him. Good on him.
Yeah.
We'll boo him. We'll boo him next year when he comes out, 100%, and he'll cop that. But he's getting paid more. It's the same. Well, not the same situation with TDK. It's a hell of a lot more, and that's very, very difficult, if not impossible, to say no to that. But I get it. The Charlie one stings, though. That one, you can't not feel for the club in that situation. This guy has spent years making bad decisions. How long was he out for? 3 years? Two ACLs, and we held on to him. We cared for him.
It was never an ACL, was it? Wasn't it patella? Was his patella? The knee?
Something with the knee, right? Something with the knee. He did it doing, I don't know, ice skating and then basketball, and then I don't know if he fell down the stairs at one point. He's just making dumb decisions. We get him back to health, to playing 2 years or 3 years down the track. He's out. Shit hits the fan and he's out.
Can't handle the pressure. You got to go. I based on this year's the way he went, we'll be a better team without him.
100%.
That's the way I look at it, because it was just one lazy player out there.
And that's what bothers me the most, is that he threw the towel in
early. I'd love to know. Like, we probably will never know, but I'd love to know what he actually sucked and whinged about.
Yeah,
they're saying like it's something to do with Voss.
Yeah,
that's what you're hearing. Yeah, Voss had a word to him, but fuck, it can't be that serious.
Well, at the end of the day, that's like whether we like Voss or not, he's your coach. Yeah. And anybody who's played any sport ever, you respect your coach, you listen to your coach, you take what your coach says, and that's it. You just cop it. And if you're gonna suck it up, piss off. Don't care.
I want to quickly shout out the boys. That bag is unfiltered, by the way. Get around their channel. We had a great time with them a few weeks ago with a show on their channel. Absolutely great lads. Lads, can I stuck the computer just to say how much of a gimp and Judas Curnow is absolutely clean looking to. I'll tell you what. Give it a listen. With us on there, I think they were absolutely fired up. It was a great show. So thanks for having us on, boys, and make sure you go and subscribe to them. Carry on, Andy. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, just going back to the way. For me, it's the way Charlie went about it and the way Jack Silvani went about it. It was very public. I mean, you hear people get traded all the time, right? And it's not as public and disrespectful, And like I feel like they both just blatantly disrespected the football club and the members. Get your money. If money and I believe this wholeheartedly. Money dictates your loyalty. You're no good, and your mates should worry about you. But I get it; it's a job, fair enough. But the way they went about it is just—it's like the Zach Merritt situation. It's pretty much the same thing, except Jack went to about 15 clubs, and Charlie Curnow went to fucking every club on a coastline. So, yeah, that's it for me. It's just the way they went about it. I didn't like it. No other team has done that. No one except for Zach Merritt, this year, where he was just blatant. I want out. So, and I like the way Essendon stayed firm on that too.
Credit to them. I usually have nothing ever positive to say about them because I love watching them implode. but credit to them, right? And you could look at it both ways. Like, did they choose their line in the sand moment at the wrong time? They done the line. That was their moment, right? To say, fuck what you reckon he's worth. This is what we reckon he's worth. It's not even what they reckon he's worth. This is what we reckon it's worth to not make our club look like it's going to get walked all over. That's what it was. That's literally what their counter was. Not this is what we think he's worth.
They had to though.
And they had to take that moment. Should they have taken it a little bit earlier? Did Hawthorn drag their feet over it as well?
I reckon they fucked up, to be honest.
Well, you look at a Clayton Oliver.
Yeah. Like, I know they held their ground, but you're looking at a player that's 30 years old. All right, you're not in the window where you're going to win a flag. You've been offered 3 first-round picks. You take that all day and you run.
And a player.
Well, this is their
player
moment.
Never heard of, but
next year, if they're going to come back again, they're not coming back with that offer.
No, because I reckon he's going to have a shocking year.
Well, it's the thing. Like today, he's at that high perform. He wants to get in front of preseason and do that high performance thing that he was at with a couple of other players. Like he obviously
North?
I think it was at North. Yeah, he wants to
get
back
Melbourne.
And if he even if he has a decent year, like he's not getting any younger, right? If they come back again next year, then Essendon say, oh, you know what, you can go. You're not getting that back for him. And then all of a sudden, have you made that call? And you could have used those picks to really build a nucleus going forward for the future. But I think regardless, as a club, they had to do something. They were like, as much as we're a meme club, they are the meme. They are, yeah, literally. It's
how funny was Hawthorn's reply to us by 7 o'clock tonight? All the deal's going to get changed. You're not going to have the same deal. Like the audacity. They're just trying to bully them. They actually bullied them into it. Like the disrespect.
His manager going off was the best.
How funny was it? Pointing fingers and
I'm surprised Ruffhead didn't crack him.
When he stormed in,
Ruffhead was his client, or I think they have a close relationship.
When he walked in, storming, pointing his finger, I'm like, mate, if I was in the room, I'd slap him. Like, if you're going to come point your finger in my face like that, bro. The best was just sitting down, throwing the wallet, the keys on the table, whatnot, absolutely having a go. He was great entertainment. I'm getting that lookalike up. Hold on. You know which one I'm talking about. Oh
yeah. While we're waiting for George to do that, Amal, do you want to chuck up the the total trades, what we actually done? So let's have a look. How do you boys feel now that all the deals have been done? Once everything's done, do you boys think we have gotten better? Do you boys think we've gotten worse?
Tropic Thunder, great movie.
That's fantastic. Yeah, so do you boys think
I reckon
we've
that's
gotten
probably
better?
one of the probably the best trades we've done in a very long time, because the Carlton of previous, we'll see a big name player and we're all in. Let's just go for that player.
Yeah,
that's what we want. Let's chuck all our picks at him and let's go with that. So I think that's the Graham Wright effect. Going at players that actually can help, and that for me is we had probably one of the best.
Keep coming down. Leave it up.
1 second. I'll see if I can find a better way to do this.
Leave it up.
That's probably one of the best trades for us. What we've done.
I can't see. Wow, good out of my phone.
What picks did we give up? We gave up 10, 22, but we still got 9, 11. That's solid.
Yeah. So I think we got a pretty good deal. I think from the Hawks, they were going to use that to get Zach Merritt. So we did well. Look,
they were the picks from last year we gave them. Exact picks.
Yeah. Like I look at that and I think we've done very well. I'm very happy with the trade period.
And you bring in some decent players.
Yeah, and look, shout out Corey Durden as well. Hopefully a fresh start at Port Adelaide does wonders. It clearly just wasn't working out at Carlton. He wasn't, for whatever reason, just did not do well. Yeah, had his moments.
Well, apparently he asked to move.
Yeah, so that's fine. All good.
Well, it's essentially him and upgrading a future second for Ainsworth, right? So you get a dynamic player that can really change our our forward line, and then that's where going back to the Brisbane Grand Final, like getting in a Hayward and Ainsworth, that automatically changes the way you line up and you play. And if you look at everyone, like you can ask anyone now, everyone's best six the front six are going to be a little bit different, but you got obviously Harry. O'Keefe is there in a bit of depth. Kemp obviously coming back. Hayward, Ainsworth, and then do you go a Motlop, a Fogarty? There's who else we got there? Young, not Flynn Young. Who else is Will White? Obviously, and Flynn Young. I think I still get to be a re-sign.
Evans,
Frankie Evans. Gov's another one that's yet to be interesting what we do with him. Obviously, that Buku Karma still fell over, but that's the thing. Now, the question for me is if Harry, God forbid, if Harry goes down, for example, with an injury or a God forbid a concussion, you only really got Hudson O'Keefe, like in terms of like a key position forward, like someone that can take a big grab and to command that that one of the bigger defenders. Unless you swing something a little bit differently. So
you got Moyer as well, yeah,
and Moyer as well. Good call.
Moyer's more mid-sized, yeah.
It's not personnel for me. Like, really, what would we lose a half functioning Curnow and Silvani when he was playing? Well, I wouldn't even put him. He wasn't playing forward anyway. So I think we've gained, to be honest, and I think it all goes back to the structure and how we actually line up. I think the personnel, we've made some big improvements on personnel. Reddy's a big one for me.
Reddy's
not the guy. Piternet's not the guy. So we'll just see what structure looks like as opposed to personnel. We've definitely, got better with personnel, but how we set up behind the ball going forward's the big one for me.
Going forward for me, more so than defensively for me. It's how do we set up going forward? Because how many times have we said like they've got no plan, and that's why I think Florent really helps Adam Saad. So Adam Saad this year was completely lost without Nick Newman. He lost his mate, right? So we're all pretty. I was very harsh on Adam Saad this year. So I'm going to give him that extra chance now. He's got Florent. Newman comes back in. I actually don't know defense. Like if you look at our defense, there's going to be a few people fighting for a couple of spots there.
100%.
Yeah, you got Harry Dean in. Yeah, good call. I totally forgot about him. So, you got Harry Dean coming in. Then you have Florent coming into the side as well. Nick Newman comes back in. So the Carrolls, what happens to him? Ollie Hollands potentially moves up the ground. So he's out of that defense, goes back to the wing, which I love. Jagger comes in onto the wing.
What about him?
Yeah, there's a lot of change. There's going to be a lot of good change, hopefully, as well.
Thomas
as well. Thomas is coming in. So I'm actually I actually don't think next year is going to be great. I still think it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. I think next year is a holding season for us. Just hold, see what we can gain from the year, and then I think next year we go hard on the trade table. We've got a lot of picks. We have a lot of picks in the arsenal.
How about if we had a different coach than Voss? Would you have a bit more faith?
No. I think we've got a very young list too. I don't think and I think by getting in Ainsworth, Florent, and Hayward, I think maybe we're trying to balance that age gap, right? Because we fielded a very young side in the back end of the season. So I think getting some experience in, I'm excited by Ainsworth. I love Ainsworth. I think, he can really bring his work up the ground is so good. We don't have forwards that work well up the ground. We don't have forwards that work well
as well.
To your point, the forward setup. So how many times was either a Harry or a Charlie marking it on the wing, turning around and bombing it to Zach Williams, Fogarty, and Motlop?
Yeah.
Or Durden. You swap them around whoever you like. Now, yes, he takes that mark, but all of a sudden you're turning around and you've got Hayward, Ainsworth, Williams, and either a Fogger or Motlop. So
do you reckon Williams goes back?
I don't think they trust him anymore back there. Like going back to the depth, right?
No
You've got
space.
Carroll,
No space.
Billy Wilson is in the depth as well. That I think they would want to get in the way.
Don't forget Boyd.
Yeah,
Boyd's he didn't get a good
gone.
run this year. I don't know what he fell out of favor. But
Boyd's going to be depth. He's going to be depth, I reckon.
See, I think he's a bit better than depth. I agree he will be depth, but I think why didn't we get enough out of him? Because he was playing consistently the year before.
He had a solid kick as well. I loved
It's the injury, that Hawks game, I think it was.
Just killed him, huh?
Yeah, they wrecked him.
Yeah, interesting. And look,
see, I think
we add some depth to the team, some experience, like we said, and all of a sudden we got players that can run through the midfield. So Cripps can potentially be shifted up forward as well. So then when if Harry does go down, God forbid, like George said, we've got Cripps that can go forward now. George Hewitt.
I think that will happen. I think the Cripps thing will be a thing. I genuinely, it's a good call. I really think they're going to start to do that danger role now that he's not getting on an age, but he's getting a bit older. Can they rotate him and then fit in? Do they play more minutes for Ollie in the midfield? Obviously, Jagger's coming in. Yeah, you're not wrong. Like obviously, the bloke isn't he 1 centimeter? He's a centimeter taller than Curnow. Like he's a unit. People forget that he's an absolute monster.
He's massive.
Yeah, just a slow mover. That's all. So get him 1-on-1 and see how it goes.
Yeah,
I just don't want to see him in the ruck.
Yeah.
And look, to be fair, there's going to be that rule change as well. I think that last touch between the arcs. So,
you're right.
Yeah, there'll be no boundary throw-ins. I think that there are, but I think if it goes by foot, it's there's
free
no
kick
boundary throwing. Yeah, just a free kick the other way.
What? Someone explain that. So, if you're going forward, you kick it out and goes out of bounds to kick to the other team.
Yeah, between the arcs.
It just removes the inconsistency of deliberate or
So they're trying to fix up the umpire's fuck ups.
Yeah, pretty much. It makes the game quicker. I watch it a lot in the women's league. They do it in the women's league. I think they do it in the Sandful as well.
They do it in the locals.
Do they?
I think so. Pretty sure.
Oh, they never did that when I was
in the
playing.
under-19s. I reckon they did. See, I actually think we might improve and quite possibly push for the 8. The only no, I take that back. I think we've
shortly.
I take that back. No, because we've improved greatly. I think we've greatly improved the depth of our forward line. I don't see anything shifting with the ins with our midfield, which has long been a problem because more times than not, that's where the ball's coming from into the forward line. And our defense, we've upped it there with the inclusion of Ollie Florent and with the possible inclusion of Harry Dean. So there's selection headaches that will be present in 2026 across the back line. The midfield, realistically, the only one that's coming into the midfield as a new player next year will be Jagger Smith.
Yeah.
And the rest of them,
Campbell Chesser as well.
Campbell Chesser, yeah.
Chesser, but Ainsworth plays in the midfield too.
Ainsworth and Hayward are like high half forwards, right?
You probably have to start chucking Zach Williams in the midfield.
Maybe.
I don't know. He's not. I wouldn't put Zach Williams in the midfield.
If my concern is if we use these the ins that we have and start shifting magnets around into places that they shouldn't be, then we're going to go downhill.
Yeah.
Play these people in the positions that they're supposed to be played in. Like if Ollie Florent has played his whole career in the back line, I can keep him there.
All right.
Yeah, but play them in their positions around a sound game plan, though. You can put them in a position, but if you've got no game plan around them, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
Well, don't forget the Campo boys.
New assistant coaches, maybe you'll see a bit of improvement in the coach's box as well.
Well, I don't think we don't lack the talent. I think our list is good. I never thought our list was bad. I thought there were certain players in the list that probably shouldn't be playing. But I don't know. I definitely improved the list.
I think we've improved that bottom end.
Yeah.
I think so. There's not so much of a gap between our best, our best 6 or 7 and our bottom, 10. So there was like a massive shift, from there was like, excellent player, which is like Paddy Cripps, Sam Walsh, Charlie Curnow, the 5 or 6 that we had that were really good. And then, you had maybe 4 or 5 that were good. Yeah. And then it just dropped to bottom end. And now I feel like we've filled some of those gaps. So the season really could go either way. But I think because the season can go either way, I think we need to just temper our expectations. Like I know I have for next year. I hope we come out and we smash every team and win the flag. But I can't. I'm just trying to temper my expectations for next season. But don't get me wrong. The pressure's back on the season after. If we hit the trade next year and we don't bring in, everyone's talking about Zach Butters, right? If we don't bring in a player of that caliber that can actually take your team to the next level, then I don't think we've achieved much from this trade.
I think 2026 is bust, all or bust, bro. I don't think Voss will survive another year.
He has to, nothing. It's an audition for him next year. He's auditioning for his job.
Yeah.
So maybe it is. Maybe he's just going to say, you know what? Let's throw it all in. So in saying that, do we get rid of Mitch McGovern? Each one of you and the chat. Carl, are we getting rid of Mitch McGovern?
Yeah, he's gone for me.
Amar.
Keep him.
George?
For next year, I think he needs to stay 1 year.
Moss?
But you actually asked me, I wanted him gone before he signed.
So gone?
Out. Fuck off.
I reckon we have to keep him. I reckon we must keep him. Elijah Hollins. That's another interesting one. The club came out and said that we'll pay out his contract and delist him. Do you think that changes things now? Do you think the trade has changed things now that Charlie's gone?
I don't reckon he was going. I don't reckon he was ever going. I think it was just more of a scare tactic.
So do you reckon we should keep him then? Carl?
He'd be one that would be fighting for a position though, with Ben Ainsworth coming in and Hayward. Zach Williams plays a high half forward role. I mean, there's those 3 there. All of a sudden, Elijah Hollins is fighting for his position.
It's a tough one. It's a 50-50 because it's a risk. Do you take him? You keep him on, and then come say round 3, round 4, he's out personal reasons, and they're like fucked up again, or do you just be done with it now and say, look, yeah, you're done, and just pay him up the year? I personally, I think he has to go. If you're looking for a clean up, a refresh start, he has to go.
Yeah, I think it's how much are you putting on your culture?
Yeah, if the club has set the standard and they've made these decisions and swung the axe and they want to be known for the club that takes no shit anymore, then he has to go.
It's just a shame. He's so good.
Yeah, the other complexity to this is his younger brother's there as well. So what kind of impact does Elijah's situation have on Ollie?
It's a good question.
If any.
That's the thing. If any, yeah.
It could, but as put the relation aside, Ollie's he strikes me as a consummate professional. He'll just put his head down and keep working hard. There's a lot made about Elijah's staff, a lot of rumours, a lot of this, a lot of that, without going into all that detail. Like you said, if the club actually wants to have a firm stance and not be a walk all over, like if it said to him, hey, we're going to give you another chance. Well, he wasn't he? He had a couple of weeks off after we recruited him. Obviously, he got found guilty and he missed the first couple of games. And then obviously you look at it as we've given him that second chance. And then of course leave for personal reasons. And then again throughout the season, apparently he let the club down again. So then how long do you keep going with that? And then it just looks like to the rest of the football club and the playing group that I can get away with a bit here. And I felt like his interview was a little bit of damage control by his agent to try and get something out there to generate some interest. And it's a shame because, man, I love watching him play. He's so talented. His kicking ability is insane. His link up between the midfield and the forward line is great.
Yeah.
And he was what we all thought Jack Martin was going to be for us. He was gonna be that player. But the club have probably engaged Ollie and said, "Hey, man, can you help? Can you help like sort him out, or can you help get through to him, or whatever it might be, right?" So, if he has let the club down on multiple occasions, or teammates, if he has lost the trust of teammates or the club, on multiple occasions, and the club think that he's going to be a liability in there, no matter the ability, you got to go. It is incredibly sad, but he is he's not meant to be ruthless, but he is a dot in Carlton's history. He's not going to change. He's not going to be the difference between a premiership or not. He seemed like that player. Like we had really, really high hopes on him again, but maybe it's an opportunity to give to someone else that can actually step in and do that.
It's just a shame because we know how talented he is, but
Yep.
your culture has to come first. And if the club has come out, especially because they came out and said, look, we're going to delist him if no one picks him up. If they come out and they change their minds or whatever, it's not a good look. Are you your standards because of your lack of options?
That chat on Trade Radio was blunt as. I can't remember if it was Davies or if it was someone else, but it was blunt like that. They just went, we'll reassess the options. Like they didn't even take it off the table. They just, absolutely. Like they made it known that, hey, this is a serious consideration. If the club's considering that.
Great point. Thanks, John.
Yeah, but Elijah's no Dusty. Dusty had serious. That's a completely different level of player.
Come on, guys, hit the like button. How many likes are we on? We're on 62. Come on, guys, there's fucking triple of that in the chat.
Oh, man.
Thank you, only Carlton, for that. Morris, thank you for the $2.99. Open up the chat, boys. Maybe later, bro. Love you, bro.
I'll tell you what, though. 6 first rounders in the next 3 years. We'd all be hoping that Sydney implode the next couple of seasons, and it doesn't work out. And actually, on the plays that we've had come in, right? And I don't want to read too much into it because we do it as a supporter base with the plays that we draft. There's always a story about they slid and they're a slider and they're amazing and Carlton got a bargain and whatnot. Even for example, Campbell Chesser, very deep, talented draft. He got drafted in as a first rounder, right? Again, so there's promise on him, and West Coast obviously offered him a deal, and he chose us. So that again, another promising talent. A lot of Sydney fans are really cut about Hayward and Florent leaving, especially on the comments and the socials and things like that. A lot of them are pissed.
More so about
Hayward fans.
Sorry,
fans as well.
They're filthy. Yeah, they're
spitting chips, bro.
Yeah. So this is another thing where I personally hope that Hayward and Florent was the glue that holding that dressing room together, and they just implode now that they're gone. Great for us for their first rounders, but I'm noticing a lot of there you go, Zelf, shout out. Lots of Sydney fans are a bit cut up about the fact that and I like what the club done with Florent to take that deal away into a side deal for what is it, whatever it was, future third or third round.
Future third.
There you go. So because when you read that deal that came out, whether or not Sydney made that deal or it was just generated, future first, Hayward, Florent seemed like that deal was just being inflated. Like it was just, when you're reading it, two players and 2 first round picks, but smart from the club to take that away and get that done, because when you're reading it, we're giving you 2 players, guys, and we're giving you 2 first rounders. Come on, come to the table. So to do that, move that aside. Then I feel like maybe Carl, I think you mentioned it earlier, the Carlton of old might have just said, you know what, it's good enough. We just take it. And then very clearly from Austin and Davies have said, as of now, 9 and 11 are on the table. And if the club does this really well, and it all depends, of course, where Dean will when the first bid for him will come. But you would really be wanting to put them on the table. If he doesn't get picked up, for example, and our pick comes up, we've got 9. You'd probably want to be shopping it around really quickly if there's a player that another club really wants, and they're going to give you their first rounder and a future first or a future second to help you accumulate those points for Walker, to help you accumulate trade capital if Port match a bid next year for Butters. All of a sudden, we've got a really good hand. So I think draft night, is going to be incredibly interesting. I don't think the club will turn around and do like a Jagger where they go right up the board, but they would want to be watching where Dean goes, and then if he doesn't go by 9, do you? Yeah,
when do you expect it
on the table? Well,
is this top 10?
Top 10
8
is
is what they've predicted him to go.
I reckon he'll be between 7 and 10. Is the estimate, but yeah, that pick 9 and 11 and where he lands is going to be absolutely key, because if you do it right, and Giraffe 9, if you do it right, you can really set yourself up either for points for this year for Ison and the other picks, or for next year as well. So that'll be.
So does he come straight in though? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah,
Dean.
Yeah, apparently he plays 20 games next year. Is what the pundits are saying.
Especially
So
with
really,
round one.
Wow.
which is good, man. Like other
Big
than
call.
Ollie Hollands, we haven't really had that.
Walsh was
You
the
know?
last before Ollie.
Yeah,
And historically, as a club, we always used to burn out these kids, like especially the first round. Then again, a lot of it was number 1 picks. You know, Murphy, Gibbs, Cruiser, Wiedering, of course, came in, and I remember his debut season. He looked so composed in that back line as well. So, I think it'll be great for him to have, you know, like Wieders. Well, what a great apprenticeship to do under Wieders and Haynes, right? That's
Looking at our list, I don't think he starts straight up. How does he start?
he's that good.
Bro.
In the like, if you watch his
All
highlights
right,
and
Newman, Sard, Haynes, Wiedering.
Cowan probably sits out.
well, that's
Cowan.
why that's why the players like Carroll, Cowan,
They'll get pushed out.
it has to give. He's that good, apparently.
So maybe
don't
that's what
forget
they're waiting to
O'Farrell.
see as well with McGovern as well. If we get him, maybe
O'Farrell.
McGovern's gone.
O'Farrell's gone for a year, isn't he?
Yeah,
Oh
he
no,
won't play.
O'Farrell's in.
No.
Farrell's out.
Okay,
He
ACL.
done the knee, yeah.
O'Farrell did the knee.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah,
He
Look,
won't
Phil
play.
Mix-
for me, right? Like all right, it's all good and well to get these young kids in, but I said this, months ago. There's no point having these kids in if you haven't got grown men around to protect them, right? Otherwise, like, look what happened to Billy Wilson in Port Adelaide. I don't think we've seen him since. He came in, we copped a hiding against Port Adelaide. He got belted. He couldn't run out the game, and he couldn't get a game again. So, like, you got to have big bodies that can nurture the young boys, protect them, because like you said, George, we're just going to burn them out. They'll be burnt out, and we can't afford that, man. We're winning a premiership is too important to waste young, good talent. It's just too important.
Yeah.
And good young talent is so rare at the moment. Sustainable good talent. It's all good and well to come in for a year and kill it and get your big contract, but then how many just fade? So
It's on-field protection alongside off-field development as well.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Which we've got a number of new assistant coaches, development coaches, and it almost feels like a lot of them are coming from Port Adelaide or Collingwood at the moment.
What's Boak there for? What have we got him in for? What a coach.
Leadership and culture.
Leadership and culture. Hey, I love it.
That's good.
I love it. Apparently, there were heaps of clubs after him for that role.
I think
for
I read
that
Collingwood
kind of
and
role.
Dogs.
Collingwood met with him. Dogs met with him. I think Essendon met with him as well.
He's a good person to have around your football club, I feel.
He is the. I'm put it out there, Andy. You were there. You witnessed. He was the nicest AFL footballer I have ever met in my life. Gather around 2023 when he came up and he's like, "Hey mate, I'm Travis. Nice to meet you." And I'm like, "I know who you are, bro. Like, you're a gun." Like, remember, he was just looking bored because all the Adelaide fans were abusing him.
Yeah.
And he just came up for a chat. He's like, "Oh, he's a friendly face." He just came for a chat. But is it maybe part of something bigger as well? Like you've got all of a sudden
Butters.
Davies, Voss, Travis Boak, Boak's, not Travis Boak. What's his name? One of his best mates, one of his Butters' best mates is the
The development coach. Yeah.
So all of a sudden you got all his mates here. He's
You've
a
got-
part of that to woo him.
Yeah.
Evans.
What was the post? It was his mentor, his assistant coach, His mentor,
Junior
his
coach.
his junior coach.
Junior coach from the guy he was running
the
around
chef
with
at local
was
McDonald's.
the was his junior coach from his footy club before he got drafted. I think it was. So all of a sudden, well, this is the thing, right? Next year, Port I think will match anything just to force a trade, and then all of a sudden you're going to have a bit of a bidding war.
It's exactly what's going to happen as well.
If you play your cards right, especially in this draft, and you set yourself up, you got enough points for Walker, who's already been. Apparently, they said if he nominated this year, he'd be a top 5, top 10. But they're saying he's a top 2 or 3 next year.
The way
thanks, Morris.
The way trades are going at the moment, Butters is almost sort of lining up to be a 4 first-round draft pick type of trade.
Well, we've got them.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, we do have them. So if it does come to that, which hopefully it doesn't,
it just depends what you got to spend on Walker as well.
Well, we've got our 2. We'll have our 2 for next year, but we've got
depends
2.
what we use this year, because in case we use it as well, what we got this year as well. So if we try and swap anything or.
Yeah. And that is why if the club plays its cards right and say, whatever happens with Dean and a club wants one of those picks and you got enough points for your players and you say, yeah, we'll give you this one. We're happy to slide, but give us one for next year as well.
Unless we just tank next year and just get one.
I don't think the supporter base will handle that.
Just be done with it.
All in all, though, I like back to your point, Andy. I think a really from what it could have been, like when trade period opened up and you had all this noise and free agency period opened up, and obviously we saw TDK go and Sauce go, and then noise about Charlie and whatnot. I think the way we ended it, most supporters probably are quite happy with it. I'd say we've done well with the best that we could do. I think the old Carlton would have maybe just accepted whatever we accepted and not try to work out a good deal for us.
Yeah. Austin looks like a really good operator, and now with Chris Davies and Graham Wright around him, it's looking good. It looks promising. It's so much more of a positive feeling compared to where we were, halfway through the season, where we were down in the dirt, in the gutters, right? The negativity. Like if you go back to one of the episodes in June or July, it was dire. All of a sudden, Graham Wright takes the helm. Chris Davies comes in. Nick Austin works his magic. Charlie Curnow exits, and we get a really, really good deal for him. We get some 150 gamers into the club. We boost our bottom line, and we've got ammunition going into 2026, 2027.
We've got some switched on people. That's what it is now.
Yeah, it's a shift. There's definitely a shift. I think it's the first time I recall trade period where I look at got names and go, fuck, we did all right, huh? You add these 5 names to the list, we're a totally different outfit.
Yeah, it's a new team. I just hope Voss has a good relationship with the assistants, and we actually change the game plan. We have to play a more modern game style, and I think
get a game plan.
Yeah, actually install one. I just think if we're gonna play the same old, then man, these conversations we're gonna have in 6 months' time, 8 months' time, they're gonna be some pretty harsh conversations. And I think he's auditioning
anymore.
Yeah, he's auditioning for his job. Things will change.
100%.
I think he has to change it, and he knows that.
I reckon Graham Wright's already told him, fucking next year you better show what you're capable of, or fuck off. We'll get someone else.
Yeah.
By round 10, I reckon they have a decision.
Who are the assistants?
Wouldn't have a clue.
I think they. So there's no. So Ash Hansen is not the senior assistant anymore. He, from what I read, I don't know if it's a demotion or a sidestep, but he was now the
someone in the chat. Let us know who our assistants are, please.
Okay, so AFL senior coach is Michael Voss.
Yeah.
Hansen got the defensive role.
Defensive. Josh Fraser is our forwards coach. Tim Clark is our assistant coach for midfield stoppage and structure.
Jordan Russell moved.
Lee Adams is
midfield.
Midfield. Matty Cruiser remains as ruck coach.
Who's our
Head
midfield
of
coach? Sorry.
Lee
midfield.
Adams. Angus.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right. Lee Adams. Yeah.
Lee
from
Adams.
North.
Yeah. Head of development is
Mm.
Jordan Russell.
So he
VFL
moved.
senior coach and development is Damien.
Jordan Russell, development
Jordan
coach.
Russell, I tell you, has
His career actually went downhill as opposed to fucking developing, bro.
He's contracted. So I think that maybe they couldn't pay him out. But the way I read that, Amal, is that we have no senior assistant.
That's what it sounds like to me, yeah.
Yeah,
So
no, you're right.
That's what I was asking.
Hansen was that person. Now he's shifted to defensive. So it's either we go through to next season with no senior assistant, or we hire.
They're still
You
they're
know,
looking for
they
someone.
go
I
and-
reckon they're
They
looking
go
for
and get
someone.
a Skipworth. Gian Syracuse obviously was on the move. He went to Hawks. Do they go and get
Bolton.
like a Skipworth?
But
I'm
I
still
don't.
stuck on Jordan Russell development.
I don't.
Couldn't
I can't
find
believe
anyone.
that. Yeah, I'm speechless. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
I don't think there's going to be a senior assistant, like you said.
I think there
because-
has to be though.
There has to be, man.
I
So-
think it'll just be a title. They'll just give it to maybe someone like just a
Jordan
title.
Russell. Jordan
maybe
Russell.
maybe internally, but like this article that they released, Carlton released on the 3rd of October says this confirms the coaching structure for 2026. That's it.
But they just got close in today. The guy that was at Pies for the last
Yeah.
Yeah.
decade. So I don't think it's finished yet. So
Yeah.
they got what's his name? Ash Close.
Yeah.
Yeah, as the development coach.
Yeah, so there have to be someone.
Yeah.
What's his role now?
Shout out Georgie. Thanks for the $7.99. Voss has changed his approach. You can tell through the BNF speech. When was the last time anyone took accountability? He actually. Thank you
Paul
again,
Georgie.
Georgie. He
Okay,
actually
yeah,
said
from
something like, I can't remember what the exact words are, but I'm thankful that I've been given another chance or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll revisit that at round 4, Vossi.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
that's the thing. If
Straight
all
up.
of a sudden we go 0-3 or 0-4 like this year.
By round 7, he's gone, bro. I can tell you that now. Fuck that. I don't know. We're right. Something has to change, man.
Shout out to Johnny Holden. Always great to see you, brother. And yeah, words of wisdom. Yeah, you guys need to stop looking at coaches' ability to their playing ability. Clarko was as smart as a player, yet regarded as a go. And that's
Yeah. But I'm not talking about Jordan Russell as a player. I'm talking about Jordan Russell as a forwards coach.
He's been shit as any coach.
no,
And
no,
development.
Josh Fraser. Sorry, now. So
Yeah, Josh Fraser's forward coach. Jordan
Yeah.
Russell's development coach.
He was our coach of the VFL, and we didn't go too well when he was there.
early days, I think early days in his coaching career as well. But he was always like highly regarded. I think he went to the Pies after us, or maybe he went somewhere else. Then the Pies, was it Doggies? Either way,
So what I want to know, and I think somebody put that in here, Robert. So did Voss actually have a choice with his assistants this time? Because he didn't last time.
Yeah, he didn't the last time. Yeah,
That's
So-
interesting.
Has he had a say now? Has he been able to say? Has Graham Wright or whoever approached him and said, "What kind of assistant coaches do you want? Who do you want? Name them. We'll try to get them."
or here's the list. What do you want?
Yeah. Has he had a say? Because if he hasn't, then man, he's just walking into disasters again. You
We're
know?
beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
but do you want him to have the say? That's another thing. Do you want?
I think you get the list of say either these 3 names. Who do you want?
I think if he's coaching if anybody's coaching, they have to have a say in who they collaborate with. It's so important. I feel like footy definitely. Look at the coaches box of any team. There's a lot of dialogue happening behind the coach. Besides the coach is constantly on the phone talking to another coach. So there's a lot of collaboration. So if the relationship is not there, or even if a work relationship, if they can't communicate, if they got different communication styles, or that all matters. So yeah, and Postecoglou, poor bloke,
After 2
poor
months.
bloke.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's shit. That's so shit.
39 days, whatever it was.
Yeah. They copped a lot of shit for hiring him anyway.
Yeah.
I think that was a love job. I think it was just his mate.
Was it really?
The
Yeah, I
great
think
connection. The great connection. Marinakis.
Yeah, the owner.
Damn.
Mm.
Damn. Look, it's all well and good. Trade period was good. Trade period was great, actually. best one in a long time. It's preseason now that scares me. Historically, we've
Don't
always
say
had.
it. Don't say it.
Hey, wait, we still got the draft, yeah. Settle down.
That's right. We've got the draft.
Slowly.
Slowly.
That's done.
Yeah.
It's you know.
No,
Harry
the
Dean.
trade's done. We still got the draft.
Harry Dean.
Yeah, it's all right.
Let's just say we're getting
Harry
Harry
Dean.
Dean. Call it-
There's
call
another-
it what it is.
There's another guy too.
Oh, Eisen.
Yeah.
Eisen.
Jack and Thomas.
Thomas as well.
Thomas.
Gresham. I don't think we go. Did we get Gresham as well? Gresham
little
uh,
bit.
Is
Yeah.
it this year or next year?
this year. Okay. I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly
I
certain.
feel like that's something you need to ask Morris. Morris is all over this.
Can we try and get trade and try and get Charlie Curnow? I'm loving these Charlie posts, the broken frames and the putting him in the bin.
Bobbleheads and
I actually was upset. I actually was upset when it all happened and they started. Here we go.
There he is.
And when they
Two-faced
started
dog.
shaking hands,
Shall I break it?
Like-
Fucking break it.
like-
Fuck this guy.
here it comes.
Break it.
When they started shaking hands, it was like a moment. Like it reminded me of Fev going to Brizzy a little bit. Different circumstances. The what it reminded me of was like I just had a vision of this is our key forward that we're going to see on grand final day, or that we're going to get success with. And obviously, it didn't work out with Fev. And even though Bloke's a club legend, all-time favorite player. But when we got Charlie in that 2018 season, because Carl, I remember round one at your place when he 2018 when he kicked I think he kicked 3 or 4 goals or something in the first quarter, and he was killing it, bro. I remember watching at your house, and we're like, man, we've got someone special here. Like we have got something special. And obviously went down in midway through 2019. I think it was the Dogs game. And then, of course, he missed those years. And when he came back and he had, 2022, we were all loving it at the footy in 2022 when we had that 8-3 run. I'm going back a little bit here now. And then 2023, of course, as well. Like he gave us some really good times, right? And he gave us that hope. And I choose to remember that, of course. And that's why I get burnt up and cut about it more, because I hope he just has nothing but misery for the rest of his career. Him and
He's a dog. He's a dog now. He's a dog.
I didn't know where that was going, George, but fuck, it went there.
That's why I got so angry when I saw the shaking of the hands. I just thought, like, the what if, the what if, the disappointment. I was like, man, we stuck by him. We saw a hint of the promised land. Then obviously it didn't show up in finals. That's another story. But then the reality kicks in. It's like, all right, well, mate, again, he is just a dot in Carlton's history, right? And people are labeling him as a club legend. No, I'm sorry, but he's not a club legend, right? Okay, so 100 and whatever it is, 49 games or 41 games, 300 odd goals. Fev at the TJP live show, Fev's like, mate, how many did I kick at when I was his age? Regardless of how many games he's played and whatnot. But I think the way he's composed himself in this last year, especially that Kangas game, pissed me off so bad. The moccasins, whatever it was, the flip-flops, riding his bike to the game. If you love your fans and whatnot, mate, just like the optics, show it, right? Show it. And this past year, I think he's lost a lot of admirers. I know of so many people that either take the trek. Shout out to Andy from Port Pirie in SA. One of the biggest Curnow fans you can imagine. Him and his granddaughter, mate. He sent me. So got to make mates with this bloke, and he actually sent me a jumper with a 30 on the back, and he said, mate, so Port Pirie in SA, a couple hours north of Adelaide. He said to me, can you please do me a favour? I just want Charlie's signature on the back of this jumper on the 30. And I got to one of the training sessions and I got it for him and I sent it back to him. And it absolutely made this bloke's year. He's like, the messages he sent me, he's like, you don't know what this means to me. I love the bloke and this and that. I messaged him actually Tuesday night of the trade period. And he's like, mate, I'm devastated. My granddaughter's devastated. Like she's got her Charlie plush doll and she's like, that's all she knows. Like Charlie's everything to her. Right. So there's that many people that love this bloke, that the magnitude of it's that huge, his move. I still doesn't sit with me that they're labeling him as a club legend, because yes, he provided great moments to this club and its supporter base. But are we now throwing that term around loosely when there have
100%
been
we are.
greats? There have been absolute greats. You want to talk about, greats in the forward line. You talk about a Stephen Kernahan, Harry Valance, Brendan Favola. These are your legends up forward.
Yeah.
I'm not putting him in that category.
And then
Patrick
to rub-
Cripps.
To rub more
Yep.
salt in the wound, look at his first iteration of his Instagram post to the Carlton fans.
I was just about to say that.
Mm.
How disrespectful was it?
Yeah, it was
Mm.
bad.
Bro, just pretend you love us and just chat GPT it.
Bad.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what
Tell me what to say.
even Jamara Ugelhagen chat GPT'd his caption. Like Charlie Curnow is he's not a very smart person. All you have to do is watch one interview and you'll think this guy, thank God he's good at footy because there's nothing going on up there, right? And bro, the disrespect to the supporters that were the supporters were literally fighting for him to stay. Right? Like I've seen it on the socials so much. And he didn't even care enough to just pretend to care.
Yeah, but the club put him on a pedestal, though. It's a sabotage from the club. Like they put him on a pedestal
fans,
early on
and
in
the
his
fans.
career, and the face of the club, and everything's about Charlie. So,
But every club has that, bro. Every
They
club
put him in the
markets
leadership.
but we
player.
chose the wrong guy for the face of the club.
Yeah, they put him in the
but-
leadership group.
But do you think the fans gravitated towards him, and that's why the club saw dollar signs?
Yeah, exactly right. All about dollars and cents.
Yeah,
Not for the benefit of the club or longevity of the club or for the stability of the club. It was just about making a quick buck.
Of course.
And that's what it sold.
Yeah,
and that's what it is. And this is what
So
we
who's
end up with.
next? Who's next?
Before you get to
I have
that,
to
before we get
find-
to his next,
Harry McConcussion.
one of the first things he said was, "I've got like 4 or 5 years left." One of his first things that he said as a Sydney player in his interview, right? So that he had a 4-year deal, they extended it to 5, and they're thinking, "Okay, we've just given up 3 first-rounders, couple players, and you're only telling us that you've got maybe 4 or 5 years left." Like that might be the reality, right? Obviously, knees, longevity as a forward, but probably not what you want to hear as a supporter base. Where 4 or 5 years,
This pissed me off as well. This
good
really
call,
upset
Danny.
me. Yeah, that upset me. I don't know. I just think the way he went about the whole thing just pissed me off, man. I just think we're better off without him as a football club. I think it's weird. There's like a weird feeling. It's almost like the air is clean at Carlton now. Maybe it's a fresh start and it's a genuine fresh start that we're all feeling. But 6 weeks ago, there was no optimism about the list. There was no optimism about pretty much anything at Carlton. Whereas now you speak to people and it's pretty unanimous that Charlie had to go. Everybody feels that now. Like after the way he did tricks on it, he has to go. So he's gone.
Right.
We got very well compensated thanks to Sydney. And I feel like the air has purified around Carlton now. So everyone who's there pretty much wants to be there, hopefully anyway.
We hope.
Yeah. We'll see next year. But
What?
yeah.
Just seeing in the chat, they're saying he wanted to go to Geelong. What happens to his wellness centre in Torquay?
Yeah.
Nah,
Was that part of the deal? Was that part of the deal?
he's got Ed, his brother George. I'll look after it, right? He's got a few siblings there. He's got that. He's got Barry's. So there was a video because obviously he's got Barry's drinks, I think, as well with Dacos or Smith or whoever he's got it with.
Yes.
And there was all these signs. He's wearing all this Sydney stuff. Like it was like he had a T-shirt on or something, and it had the Harbour Bridge, not the Harbour Bridge, the Opera House. And then he wore like a corduroy hat that's literally said Sydney on.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Sydney. There was something on. My mate sent me it, and it was just all these little subliminal messages that it's Sydney. And I think I read somewhere that his missus had moved there a couple of months ago for work or something along those lines. So, you know what, mate? I won't say all the best or best wishes. So I wish you guys absolutely slide and implode, and I hope the Hayward and Florent departures absolutely break this dressing room. And imagine it's just imagine for a moment, manifest it. they slide down into the bottom 8, and all of a sudden that 2026 round 1 first round pick, it looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Who replaces Charlie as Charlie's crew, the kids membership drive and all that kind of stuff? Who replaces it? What do they call
Good question. Good question.
Jaggers Juniors or something.
Jaggers Juniors.
Besides
If
barbecue.
the club announces that next month, George.
I'll tell you what, hey, if they're watching, and if they do Jaggers Juniors, you've got to give us some royalties. Come on,
Too much pressure.
100%. Copyright it right now.
right now, Jaggers.
We're
Juniors.
officially copywriting it. You owe us, you dogs.
Only Carlton's gone bang. Jesse's Juniors. Oh, big faith in Jesse. Here we go.
My boy Jesse Motlop, All Australian 2026.
Here we go.
Jesse's a
Yusuf got a
flop.
good one here.
Jesse's going to be the
Baggers.
next Durden, man.
Jagger
Straight to
Baggers.
Port Adelaide.
Baggers. That's a good one. They've turned Frank's Tanks. These are great.
I like that.
These are
Not
fantastic.
bad. Not bad.
Morris goes Harry's Heroes. There we go. All right.
We found it. We found it. That's the one.
That's the one we need. That's the one.
I'll tell you what. The club will. I reckon one of
Wankers.
these gets picked. One of these gets picked. Oh God.
Yeah, look, I'm happy. I'm happy with the season. Well, not the season, but the trade period. So yeah, very unhappy with the season. That was not good. The Blues are back. The Blues are back. Jesus.
Happy. Overall
Indeed.
satisfied with the trade period.
Mm-hmm. Cowan's Bulls. Elijah's Bags.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's that won't sit well. That's the corporate membership.
They probably won't do anything.
Nah, they'll have to.
They've already
gravitate. They'll have
changed
to.
them. They've already changed them online. There's no more
What are
Charlie's
they?
Crew or whatever. It's just like a junior membership. They haven't actually got
Yeah,
a title
probably
for
just
it.
say that.
Fucking boring.
Mm.
That's it. They got to order all the merch now from China, right? They got to get all the pencil cases, the stickers, or this, that. That's.
I'll tell you what, Lou. I'm not going to highlight your comment because we're not putting it out there into the universe.
Nah.
Not allowed to mention those 3 letters.
You must have done it last time. I don't want it again.
All memberships are wonky now. Little tackers. Nice.
So when's the
Yeah,
draft?
it's called Little
November.
Tackers. That's right. That's what it's called.
Little Tigers.
November 19 and 20, I think.
Yeah, in a month.
Nah, it's junior baggers.
Little Takers is like the 0 to 3, I
Baby.
think, or something.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Very good.
Yeah, this one is good. I'm on this Rocco.
Well,
The dog memberships will be named after Charlie. That's
I
great.
like it. If anyone's keen to stay on, I don't know if you boys want to jump off or whatever, but I'm happy to open up the chat to anyone who wants to jump on because
Yeah,
we
why
had a
not?
few
Been a
comments in there. So I don't know if you want to put the link in. If anyone wants to jump on,
They can take my spot if they'd like. But I'll wrap up from my end. It's been a pleasure, gents. Good to see you boys all again.
no worries.
Surely a dinner on soon. What do you reckon?
I'm in.
Absolutely.
Next year.
Next year. Stop
Yeah.
3 months away.
Nah.
I'm hungry, man.
Very good. All right, boys. It's been a
Enjoy.
pleasure. Good night. And we'll see you soon.
Ciao.
Someone chuck
Thank
the
you.
link in.
I
It
have
is.
It's up.
the link
done it?
is in the chat.
Nice. Nice.
Feel free to jump in.
Feel
And
free to
we'll
jump
open
on,
stage
yeah.
for a chat. It feels good getting the rust off, to be honest. It's been a little while.
It has been a little while.
I
I
had the
hope we
longest-
actually do all right next year, man. I don't want to go through another season like this. It was dark this year. This year was rough.
difficult. This year was difficult, and I think it was because of the length of. Oops, hold on. There we go.
Nice.
Because of the length of how bad some of the bad thing, I guess the bad
Oh,
news
no.
was coming through from.
Please give him a
February
1 minute
onwards.
timer.
There we go.
What? What
I'll
happened?
bring him in a second. Because of all the stuff that happened from Newman to Jagger, like in February, it just felt like we couldn't catch a break. And then obviously, old mate getting his the thing out.
His wiener.
President.
Zabura.
So welcoming to the stage someone who's, I think he's been a little bit
a celebrity these days, man.
Yeah. So we talk about oracles. This man, I think, was might have felt a bit vindicated, or after trade period, because he'd been calling for a lot of these things for a long time. Morris, welcome,
boys.
Here he is.
Just finished
Very
up
good,
one.
mate. How are you going?
Yeah, really good. Really good.
What's going on, mate?
Dylan. No, not much. Just
Long time no see.
Yeah, I know. Where have you been?
Saw this bloke 2
Looks
hours
like he
ago.
just woke up.
Yeah. Just trying to get shit done for the draft night. Carl.
How you feeling? How you feeling about the trade period?
I'm really pumped. Really pumped. I reckon it's not over. They're going to move, obviously, 9 and 11, but it also depends on what happens with Dean. So I've got a sneaky suspicion that Melbourne are going to come calling for him. For I don't know, that's a feeling that I get. So watch this space. I think Ison, they're going to very touted. So he's been spoken of now going as just as close as a first rounder. But the one thing that I don't want, like we spoke about Zach Butters, yeah. So where we got to be careful, like next year we're going to be fully cashed up, right, at the end of 2026. We've got 2 first-round picks that we might need to use on Cody Walker. Yeah, we've got the 2 picks the year after and so forth, right? But what scares me is Port penciled in an offer for Zach to extend at $2 million a year, yeah? Do we really want to venture down that same avenue around
Overpaying.
Overpaying. But at the moment, like we've got an equilibrium of, the books are starting to get balanced. And a lot of people that are still on the, we shouldn't have traded Charlie. Where are we going to get our goals from? Well, Ainsworth and Hayward, between the two of them, kicked 52 goals this year, yeah? So it's not a bad input. And where that upgrade was, and Andy, like you spoke about it, we had a lot of A-grade players, but what we never had were those B-grade players. And we've done that now. I believe all 5 players that we traded, brought into the club, they're upstarts. Sorry, Morse and Carl. I don't think Sard plays. I've already done my best 23.
Why'd you point out?
Yeah, what's going to do with me, Carl?
Hard, man.
Bit racist there, mate.
Far out, man.
Wow, this bloke.
What do you mean? No,
Why us?
Very racist of
What
you.
did I say?
No,
I haven't
because
said anything all episode.
And he's
You know
Lebanese.
that 50 Cent meme?
Look, it's turning
Where
red.
he's like, that 50
No,
Cent
not
meme where he's like,
Why you say fuck me
maybe
for?
that's the thing. Why you say fuck me for?
but no. But like I was.
Who are you
always
fucking
a
trying
Nolly-
to say, bro?
Like I always was a Nolly supporter.
Morris the
Aren't you
racist.
guys? Hey, what's race got to do with it?
I don't know.
I
You
was like, Andy's Lebanese too. Like,
No. Carl and Moose love Sard. Think that
Oh, full
He's
don't.
a great-
I think he's best 22. I don't love him.
He definitely best 22. He's not going to be in the VFL. Thank
I
God
don't-
it's just your opinion. Thank God.
Yeah, but that's what
Bro, you
makes-
think Ollie Hollands is the best player in the league?
I don't think that. I don't think he's the best player in the league, bro. But I'll
Second
tell
best
you
player
what.
in the league.
I'll tell you what. Ollie Hollands at 28 years old will be a much more accomplished footballer than what Adam Sard was.
Again, potential
That'll-
FC. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's talk when he's 28, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so that's
Probably
I mean,
delisted or at Port Adelaide.
Morris coming with his gun loaded.
What's his
No,
name?
but
Sorry,
that's
what's
not-
his name?
but- Who?
Oh.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, I've got a few. I've got a few boys that don't make the side.
Who?
Who else you taking out?
I don't think Jesse Motlop gets a game.
Bro, I said that 6 years ago.
All right. Can I give you my best 23
Sure.
quickly? All right,
Sure.
So I've
By
got
position.
by positions. I've got my back six, and it doesn't have to be in order. But I've got Haynes.
Yeah.
I've got Haynes, Wiedering, Cowan, Florent, Harry Dean, and Newman as my back six. All right. I've got this Ollie, Cripper, Chesser on another
Chesser
wing.
on the wing.
Akers
Yeah,
gets
all right.
dropped.
So Akers gone, Sard gone.
I've got Reedy, Hewitt, Walsh. And the
Yeah.
half forwards, I've got Williams, Hayward, Mackay, Moya.
Frankie Evans.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
Evans I got on the bench. So Hudson O'Keefe.
That's an okay.
So, and so sorry.
Camp?
Williams, Hudson O'Keefe, Harry,
You gotta go Hayward and Ainsworth.
Hayward,
Mm.
Ainsworth. That's the one. So that's my
Mm.
six. And then the bench, Cooper Lord,
Mhm.
Kemp.
Mhm.
Who are the other three?
Yeah,
Chera?
Jagger Smith.
Where's Jagger, right?
Chera Jagger. And only we haven't seen what Jagger can do. So
Mm.
I mean,
But he's coming straight in.
Yeah,
Like-
I think so too.
Oh, but then like if you make the bench, you're still in the side, yeah. And
Yeah.
And who was the other one? There was someone else.
You're giving us 5 on a bench. That's it, I think.
Yeah, have I? Yeah. So,
Yeah, I think so.
I've got like
So Akers and Sard playing in the Magoos.
Yeah, you
Even
go to Akers and
Fogarty-
Sard.
Oh,
No, I
Fogarty
think
might
Sard
not-
plays. I think Newman coming back in, and I think Florent coming in helps Sard, and I think they alternate with the bench.
I think it's Sard's
then-
last year regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then,
Yeah.
He'll finish up.
But then on that, like if you throw Sard in, right? Like who doesn't play?
Carroll.
No,
Cowan.
sorry, Carroll was the fifth one that I had on the bench.
Cowan doesn't play. for
Cameron,
Sard.
I want speed, bro. We need speed. We lack speed so much. And if Adam Sard is fit, and like if he's fit and good to go, you bring him in. And again, I just think Florent helps Sard. Newman helps Sard and Florent. Florent helps Sard and Newman. Sard helps Florent.
It depends
and-
on the game plan we
Yeah.
got going too as well, yeah.
I
The what?
think we have to add speed, bro.
The
It's the
game
modern
plan.
game. It's just the modern game.
But
Hey, don't
I
forget Cottrell. Cottrell comes back and does a dance on the wing or something. Sure.
You know what? Cottrell.
I think it should have
Boss
been
loves
delisted.
him.
I told Cottrell. Do you know where the upgrade is? And this is why Hayward and Ainsworth are such great acquisitions, right? So they're high half forwards that can play anywhere in the forward line, run through the middle. They'll kick you a few goals, and they'll get between 15 and 20 possessions every week. Yeah. Cottrell doesn't do that. And
It's
that's
15
where,
kilometres.
yeah, and that's where, and that's why those two coming into the side, like the four smalls that we were playing in Evans, Durden, Motlop, and Will, like the likes of Will White, they were only a 6-7 possession, ball winners, and they weren't really hitting the scoreboard. So we've kind of taken a lot of burden off the mids as well too. So I don't know. I mean, like, I think Reedy's going to explode. So, and a lot of people are saying, he's only played 3 games. Try get ahead of Darcy and Jackson, and you look at like Darcy Cameron at the Pies, and also Nankervis. If you remember when he was at the Swans, couldn't get a hit, and maybe Freo did make a mistake in letting him go. Maybe they should have let Jackson come back to Melbourne, because like you listen to Kane Corns, and when we recruited Reedy, the first thing he said, this is exactly what you do with ruckman. You buy, you don't spend, your whole salary cap on a bloke like that. So,
what's someone like Pitternet sitting on? Because obviously we've got him for another, I think, 2 or 3 years.
I reckon he'd be on about
400 or 500.
Wasn't it like a $2 million contract over 5 years or something like that, like 400 times 5?
Didn't they sign him for
Sounds
4?
about right. No, 5-year deal. It was a 5-year deal.
Was it a
4 or 5? Either or. It was around that mark because we locked him away for.
It was a $2 million 5-year deal. I think.
It wasn't. I think it averaged out to be around the 400K around that mark. Like it wasn't anything good, but we gave him that security, obviously.
But 400K to play 10 games at best.
He'll play more next year, I think. I think he'll play more.
Yeah.
Well, if you got O'Keefe and you got Reedy firing, where does he play?
I hope not. Like, I hope he doesn't get a game, to be honest. I hope Reedy comes in and kills it.
So what I want to see as well too, like we've got a better balance of senior bodies now, where we can actually implement and look after kids a lot better, right? Like my take on, like, if you look at Moya cannot be a VFL footballer anymore. You need to persist with him round 1 and let him play. Yeah, he's going to have his ups and downs, but he's kind of showed us that he's got that spark, he's got that X factor. We don't want these footballers, we don't want our kids turning 23, 24 and not having any games under their belts. And then all of a sudden, we've got Weeders, Cripper, Haynes, Newman, Saab, Pickers retiring. And, we're stuck with, here we go again.
That's what we do, though. We're special at that.
But that's why we've got to make hard decisions. And even the hard decision needs to be made. Like, if Newman comes back, because the injury that he did cop on his knee isn't one that you always recover from, right? But if he's not up to it, mate, you got to go back into the twos. It's it's now. You hope player integrity and match integrity is there. I'm backing Voss, but also at the same time, if we're 0 and 10, hey, he's got to go.
We won't get to 0 and 10, bro.
0 and 5.
We'll not get there.
He'll be gone.
Yeah, but yeah,
I want 5. See you later.
Morris, I've got to speed you up. I've got a couple people waiting. Any final words?
Yeah, I want to ask you all a question.
Nice.
All right. In
each of us?
In regard, for all of you.
Like one question each?
No.
Shut up. Is it racist?
Yeah, it is. It is. In regards to Voss, right? If we make a prelim and a grand final, or a grand final. Let's say we don't win it or whatever, but we have a good year. All right. Do you sign him?
Yep.
I think if we make top 8, he gets a thing extension.
I think six for me is the acceptable standard. Top 6.
Top
So
6.
if we finish 7th, you wouldn't sign him?
But
Depends
was the
how we
question
finish
if he
the
makes
year.
the prelim? Was that if he makes a prelim, do you sign him? Was that the question?
I said if we make a prelim or a losing grand final.
As in this year coming?
This year. 2030.
Absolutely, you have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of supporters out there saying it doesn't matter what the side does, you need to move him on next year. And I'm like,
For who
doesn't
though?
make sense.
For who? Like that's like if he makes a prelim with this side in a transition year,
Yeah.
like a reset year. That's like that for me personally. Like he's shown something to get the best out of these blokes. And who are you gonna throw the money at? If we're talking, contracted coaches, there was rumors of some other contracted coaches that we might, Graham Wright was sniffing around. Like, there's obviously Adam Simpson, Longmire, a lot's made up of them. But if they don't want it, if they're going to come just for a payday, all of a sudden you hit the reset button again. But if he makes a prelim with this transition year with this list, you probably have to.
I think as well too. Like if you have a listen to, I've listened to a lot of opposition coaches talk about what happens in the recruiting of coaches and that. What we need to remember, and they all say that when they get appointed, they've actually got the majority of the senior coaches have assistants that they bring with them.
Mm-hmm.
So if that comes to Carlton and we go to poach someone really good, we've locked in new assistants.
Mm-hmm. Good call. So again, any final words, mate?
No, that was it.
No
Just
questions.
on the thing.
No.
On basically
Cool.
what years. But great show again tonight, boys.
Thank you, bro. Shout out your page for anybody watching. Morris has one of the biggest Carlton pages on Facebook, the Carlton Football Club Unofficial Selection Committee. Make sure you hit the follow, answer the questions to get into the group. It's a great group. I'm very active on it. It's a fantastic group. Best group on Facebook. So make sure you get onto it. Morris, thank you so much for joining us, my friend.
Pleasure,
Thanks
boys.
Morris.
Have a good night,
soon,
man.
mate.
Oh, Adam Side, you said hello.
Yeah. Go Vegas.
Oh, very good.
You
Very
didn't
good.
realize the name change.
How good was the name change? Here he is. Only
how good.
Motlop. Only Motlop.
Bro, how good is Morris? Good, bro. Good. Morris just talks and talks and talks, bro. Fuck, I love that guy. How you guys going?
Firstly, congratulations on the new channel.
Yeah,
Massive.
thank you, bro.
Well
Very
done.
good,
It
man.
was
Well
a
done.
Yeah, it's
huge effort. For anybody watching and seeing this kid for the first time, this is only Carlton on all the socials. Atush is an absolute legend, and without him, I'll tell you what, our social media presence would be very, very minimal. So we appreciate everything you do for us, bro. But yeah, tell us about your new channel, man.
Hey, I mean, you guys. First of all, you guys are too kind. The support I got from you guys, it wouldn't be possible without that, right? So, hey, the channel's pretty good, man. Like, it's actually a lot of fun. Fucking YouTube's fun. When I first started, I was nervous but hey, this shit's easy. But I
had the privilege of being only Carlton's first interview. So
yeah,
it was quite an honor. So thank you for that. For anybody who hasn't seen it, we've done a one-on-one interview on Only Carlton channel. So make sure you subscribe. Honestly, support each other. Yeah, this is the new generation. This is the next gen. So it's very important to get around the boys, the younger boys, and make YouTube fun for them. So good on you, bro. Tell us about trade period. What do you think?
I reckon we won the trade period. What club did better than us? Like, people bring up St Kilda, but bro, St Kilda just chucked money at any player that would put their hand up. That's like the equivalent of when You know when you're a virgin and you go to a brothel and you lose your virginity? That doesn't count. You didn't win the trade period. You just chucked money at people.
I like it. I like it. You're not wrong. Bunch of virgins
So-
over at St Kilda. There you go.
There you go.
Well, they're virgins to flags. That's definitely true.
Hey, we're not far off, man. We're going through a dry spell. You know what I mean?
And saying no to your mate, take a leak of Leo. Was that your call? What's that?
It was. It was take a leak.
Oh. But if you look at the players we got in, bro, they actually want to be here. Like we got rid of the fucking. It feels like the main focal point of this trade period was getting rid of people that didn't want to be here, like Silvani, like Curnow, like TDK. And we got in place. So I don't know if you guys watched Liam Reedy and Campbell Chesser's their AFL trade interviews, the AFL trade radio interviews. They both said pretty much. I'll paraphrase here. They both said they want to be here and they want to win games. Like they're not here to participate. They actually want to be a part of this 122. You know, they want to win a flag, which. Bro, like we have players like Mackay on like $1 million a year being like he's on in a rush to win one. And now we've got young players coming in being like they actually want to win one. So the culture's changing. I feel like that was the biggest point of this trade period. You know, you could see it with Graham Wright and Chris Davies, the narrative they're pushing. Even the players like Wiedering coming out after the Port game and being like, if you don't want to be here, you can get the fuck out. And I don't know if you saw Charlie's comments. So he did an interview. I forgot where it was. He said, you know, it was like a last minute decision or something. He wasn't sure if he wanted to go to Sydney. You know, it all just came apart in the last couple of weeks. But in the same fucking interview, he said, oh, you know, I'm really close with Charlie. I'm really close with Cripps and Wiedering. And I told them months before. Like they knew months before I left that I was going to leave.
Snitched on himself.
So which one was it?
Yeah.
Which one fucking was it?
Going back to Andy's point, I don't think he's the sharpest tool in the shed, or maybe even media trained. For that kind of stuff, and when he speaks, there's and the players said it themselves, didn't Doherty say we laugh when Charlie says something smart or something along those lines or whatnot? Like they obviously poke a little bit of fun at him. So he's like Carl said, he's snitched on himself there, and he's let the truth slip. So there's no doubt that this was in the making for quite a little while. Like these things don't just happen overnight.
Yeah, of course. He's a fucking airhead. Like I don't like Andy said, he's so lucky he's got a footy. Otherwise, I don't know what he'd do in life. Like it'd be a struggle to get through day-to-day life for him. But even with, I want to ask you guys a question. I'll ask all you guys a question. From all the players we got in, so we got Liam Reedy, Campbell Chesser, Hayward, Florent, and Ainsworth. Do they all start round one?
Yep.
All of them.
Probably not Chesser.
Probably Chesser for me.
Probably,
so Chesser plays on the
not
wing.
Chesser.
Chesser plays on the wing. So Chesser, he came out and he said his predominant position will be on the wing. So he's like a
pretty
winger and he
fast
moves like
too,
a
yeah.
half.
Trying to get a game.
he knows Akers is on the side.
Yeah, but I was reading
so
a lot of the comments. West Coast supporters were shuttered he left because they're like, I think he had a lot of injuries early, and then as his body got right, he's left. So
they offered him a deal. They offered him a deal. They wanted him to stay. They were a bit cut up about it. So that's the thing. Like I don't think you get in round one, but I think you will definitely get a game. Like if you play Florent halfback and you say, I'm going to put Ollie on one wing, Akers on the other, or Cottrell or whatnot, I think eventually he does get his opportunity and gets cracking in.
Akers number one fan.
Blue Baggers just realised it. There you go. Is another season of On the Fools.
Look, a fully fit.
He joked about it somewhere actually. Carry on.
A fully fit Akers, George. Sorry to cut you off. Fully fit Akers is nothing to sort of shy away from.
We were ready to build him a statue. Mate, like, let's not shy away from him. His 2023 final series was something else. This guy is like MJ in game 6 and 7.
Yeah.
So last year was a very big deviation from what we saw in 2023 in terms of just getting up and back like along the ground. Getting to that last defensive post to try and be that last man there, getting up forward to support the forwards. I don't know if it was his body or if it just didn't work out for him. You hope he can get back to his best and be that beast on the wing. And then, Holland's on the other. Chesser will run through there. Cottrell, no doubt, will get an opportunity. There's some exciting some exciting times. Again, we'll say on the wing from where we've come, which we've seen Lockie O'Brien and Jack Newnes. On either side.
Will Setterfield.
Yep.
Oh.
The bloke could not the bloke was not agile, right? He's not the quickest bloke, and you're playing him on the wing far out. Yeah. Jackson Binns again. I reckon what happens there. He's
still on the list, yeah.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah. He's not getting a crack at it.
He's another one. Like even the Camporelli boys. Like we've got talent coming.
There's
through.
depth. Yeah, there's depth there.
Yeah,
there's so much depth. We didn't have any depth like 6 months ago, and now we have insane depth in all the areas that we lack. Like even half forward. Like we were running Jesse Motlop to half forward in the midfield, and now we have like 4 or 5 players that'll fight for that spot. Same with the wing.
Too many now.
Yeah,
it's good. It's what you
there's
want.
a lot of it. Even Smalls. Yeah, even Smalls. Like, bro, we've got so many. Like Will White still. He hasn't been offered a contract. Will White still hasn't been offered, so I don't know if we're going to keep him. But we have like Will White. We have.
Surely you keep Will White. You have to keep Will White.
I'm with you.
I think you do, but Fogarty's contracted for a year. I don't think Will White starts over anyone that already starts. So we got Motlop, we've got Frankie
Fogarty
Evans,
as well.
Flynn Young,
yeah.
Fogarty, and then Will White. So you probably start 2 of those on the field and 1 on the bench. Who would you start? Fogarty's a fucking dud, but he's contracted.
Motlop,
so I reckon there'll be a few players
starts.
that come in the next year. They'll be gone, like your Sarge, your Newmans, your Fogartys.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe Motlop is going to have a good year next year.
I genuinely don't. I reckon he's an absolute flog.
No, I think he'll get it. I think he'll have a good run. I think there'll be less pressure on him.
I haven't seen enough. He's been around for 4 or 5 years, and I haven't seen anything to say wow.
I just don't. I think having him not play in the midfield and not play in the halfback,
he hasn't.
He's going to help.
He hasn't been around for years. He hasn't, bro. He missed all of last season. 2022 only played like 6 games because he debuted halfway through the season. This is his second full season.
But this year was been in the system that long.
All right.
Nick Dacos. Last year you couldn't. Yeah, but Nick Dacos is a star though. Like we're comparing apples and oranges here.
Everyone says, he's young, he's this. There's too many excuses for him. Sorry, bro. Like, if it was at any other club, he wouldn't get. I'll play with Will White over.
But if he was at any other club, he'd be played as a small forward.
If at any other club, he would have been delisted.
Yeah. No chance.
Nah.
I'm telling you, they wouldn't delist him. The talent's
there.
He's just not being played in the forward line. Like you're making this bloke run up the ground, bro. When's the last time you saw Charlie Cameron in the back pocket? Never.
We'll see what happens now. We've got rid of the problem in the forward line. Our key forward.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So, this poor bloke's running up and I was harsh on him too, bro. I think I called him every name under the sun.
So next year, has a full preseason. He has a shock in you. Then what he's going to say then?
Sack him and his mum.
Yeah, nah, fuck him then. Then we'll talk shit. But bro, like now I have faith in him. Look, I was actually up all night last night. I want to share something. I went through all of his fucking heat maps from this year. He played every single game. I went through all of his heat maps. 60% of his touches this year was in the midfield. So like in the middle third of the ground. 10% of them were in the back line. So I think he got 30 touches in the back line this year in the defensive 50. Like what fucking small forward does that?
It's because he was lost, didn't know where he was meant to be.
They're asking for change.
Boss is yelling, he's going the wrong way, mate. The other side.
I think he'll come okay. I think he'll be a serviceable player this year. And this is the shift, right? Like now we've got the ball coming to ground, and you've all of a sudden got a very, very different, personnel. I'm geeing myself up, and I just know that
Carl, I'm still laughing at Carl.
Like I said, Harry turning around and kicking it to, your Williams, your Hayward, your Ainsworth, your Motlop, rather than the standard, bomb it up forward, Motlop 101 or a Fogarty 101 or whatnot. Yeah, so I just look at that Brisbane Grand Final and that forward setup, and it gives me a bit of optimism in terms of how different we will be playing, and if we can emulate that blueprint and make it work for us.
Good call. Any final words?
I've also got a 22. Can I show it? I've actually got it written down, so I'll shoot through it quickly.
I'll see 22. 23.
All right. Yeah, 23. So backline, I've got Haynes, Weeder, and Newman. Sard, Harry Dean, and Florent. Right? Any questions there? You guys happy with that?
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm just not.
Mm.
I'm not. Harry Dean's not a certain starter for me.
Yeah. The only thing is we don't have a centre half back. We just
Mm.
don't. Like we don't have
So-
a second tall.
So I'm assuming McGovern's out for you.
Yeah, I'd like to keep him, but I don't think we will. Like all the
Okay.
noise around him, he's gone.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
in the middle, I've got. So I've got
Did you
Cripps.
have? Wait, did you have Cowan in the back line?
No.
He's on the bench. He's
Okay.
on the bench.
Yeah.
So then in the middle, I've got Cripps in the middle. I've got Hollins on the wing and Walsh on the wing. I'd rather see Walsh on the outside than on the inside.
Yep.
I've got Reedy as the ruck, and I've got Hewitt and Etchera as followers. And then I've got Ainsworth, Mackay, Hayward, Frankie Evans, Brody Kemp, and Motlop.
Yeah.
And then on the bench, I've got Jago, I've got Ashton Moyer, Lockie Cowan, Zach Williams, and Campbell Chesser.
So
So-
O'Keefe misses out.
O'Keefe misses. I don't think he'll start round. This is round one. Maybe he'll break into the team through the year, but I don't think he's good. But I don't think he's all that. I don't think he's ready to start. Maybe against Richmond he will be. I don't know. But I'd rather play Kemp full forward.
I don't know how I feel about Kemp to be in the side. He's a
Same.
weird.
He's not
He's a
that
question
good.
mark for me.
Would you rather see him in the back line or on the forward line?
I've seen him stuff it up at both ends.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. He's a bit unco.
Yeah.
Fuck, I haven't heard that
probably-
word in so long.
I don't like Kemp.
I'd rather see him in the VFL, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see him work his way
He
back
needs to
in.
build again.
Mm.
Would you rather have O'Keefe in than Kemp? And start
Probably.
O'Keefe?
Yeah, I probably, would.
Probably. Yeah, I think we need that big presence, personally.
And rotate
But-
in the ruck.
But Kemp,
Yeah, true.
Kemp is I don't know, man. I called him a fraud last year.
This year and last year.
Fuck, Lewis Young.
This year, yeah.
Ah,
Young,
yeah.
Lewis.
Who's
Big
that?
jumper.
Big jumper,
We
Lewis.
all
Check
forgot
the
about
chat.
Lewis.
Lewis fucking Young.
He's just floating around, isn't he?
You need a Lewis Young in your team. You just do.
Yeah.
It's a good 22. Mm.
That was good.
Hey, start Lewis Young at full forward. Fuck it.
Hey, he's like the most accurate set shot at Carlton. That's like a
kicked
stat.
couple
Yeah,
goals.
yeah.
So
yeah.
hey, fuck
It
it.
just
He'll win
reminded
the
me of those TikTok captions. Fuck it, Lewis Young highlights. You know,
Sweet. Thanks for joining us, bro.
Doggo, bro. Thanks for having
Appreciate
me.
it.
Congrats
Spooky
again on the
pages
channel, mate.
again. Follow only Carlton on all the socials. Number one in the game. No one comes close. Love you, bro. Thank you for joining us.
No worries, bro. Thanks for having me. Great show, by
Have
the
a
way.
good night,
bro.
man.
You too.
Cheers, bro.
One more. The great man himself.
Oh,
Rob.
me.
How are you,
How you
mate?
going?
Good guys, how are you?
Good, good.
Fabulous.
What's going on?
Bit of a break.
How you
All the
feeling about the
nonsense.
trades? How you feeling about everything?
Look, mate, I tell you what, something broke when Charlie was traded. I didn't actually think it was going to happen.
Mm.
I've been a supporter of his. Yeah, he's lost his marbles now, so we're past that. He's gone. Doesn't want to be at the club. See you later. But to say he's a bad player, not a bad player, he's a good player. This guy could be anything next time. So, unfortunately for us, he didn't want to play for us. Cameron left GWS. Franklin left Hawthorn. That's what happens, you know. So
That's
we're
true.
not the first, not the first to happen to. So,
Mm.
um,
Do you think we won the trade period? Do you think we won the trade?
I think me personally, it's hard to judge. Maybe as big Carlton supporters, you're biased because we make it out like Charlie is the end all and be all. But at the gym, I've got a lot of people that support different teams, and a lot of people were saying, Rob, you's definitely won that because they don't rate Charlie as much as what we do. Being a Carlton supporter, if you're a Collingwood supporter, whatever, everyone rates their players better than what everybody else actually looks at them. But to get Hayward and 3 first rounders, that means we've got 6 first rounders for the next 3 years. And then a side deal for Ollie Florent with a 3rd rounder. I mean,
Huge.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you can.
We don't do that. That's not us.
We don't do that. When's the
No,
last
we
time
don't.
we
Thanks,
did that in
Morris.
the trade?
Yeah.
Like,
We
finally
usually
got
overpay.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately with TDK, you know, big cash. You know, what's disappointing about TDK, the one thing that I heard him speak about how he was talking about St Kilda and he always loved St Kilda and wanted to play for them. And okay, why didn't you tell us that a year earlier? Because obviously there was an inkling that you're going. At least then we could have turned around to St Kilda and said, okay, what do you want to pay for him? And we could have got 2 first rounders, you know, or 3 first rounders or whatever. Maybe we put him on the market 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Instead, he kept quiet. And then when St Kilda came knocking, he went and we just got pick 9 or 10, whatever it was for him.
So I'm not too cut about Tom DeConing because we expected it. He didn't come out and say, "Oh, I'm staying." He did.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you had done it the year earlier, we would have been able to then say, okay, we know this bloke's leaving. Let's see what we can get for him while he's still under contract.
I think his agent played the game very smart.
Yeah, they played it well.
His agent played the game and said
Built him up.
stay put, right? And then the big money offers will come.
Correct.
Stay put till because free agency now changes everything, right? Like all
That's
of a
why he
sudden
only signed 2 years as well. Yeah.
And how many players signed those 2 years? Like Harry and his brother, I'm sure did the same. All of a sudden, it's like get to that point, right? The agent says, "All right, make sure you kill it, especially that year," and the offers will come thick and fast. And all of a sudden, money's on the table.
If you think about it, Harry and Charlie went and signed 6 and 7 year deals instead of 2-year deals, and they would have been all cashing in now, massively. But they didn't. And this guy now has taught everyone, you know, Wanganeen Millera, 2-year deal. Gets the free agency. Okay, boys, what are you going to pay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you don't know where the CPI increase and all that sort of crap's going. Who knows what they're going to be earning in 5 years' time. But I bet you Charlie all of a sudden somehow extends the contract. You know, he wanted to take a pay cut and bullcrap. All of a sudden, you know, we've given him an extra year at $2 million or whatever, and they top him up. Do you know what I mean? Sort of like thing, because it's all about money at the end of the day. You know, I'm willing to take a pay cut. Really? Yeah, I don't think so, man. Like, you know, you've spent a fortune down there at Geelong at your recovery centre. You know, you need to somehow pay for that. And
True.
You know, his poor brother's stuck there now dealing with it. And, you know, from all accounts, he's close with his brother and his cliques. That could blow up for the Swans over there in Sydney. He's on his own with his missus. And, you know, if you look at her Instagram, it's all about her. So if he's got problems at Carlton, there might be more up there on his own. With
Let's hope so.
He's going to have bigger problems.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
But I think for every player we lost, apart from TDK and Charlie, we actually upgraded. And we haven't done that in ages. You know,
good call.
And everyone's been saying what their starting 22 is going to be and all this and that. Look, I think a lot of the senior guys will hold their position. But, you know, like I'm with Moose. I don't think Harry Dean's a shoe-in to play straight away. I mean, he's a kid. You know, we need a steady, big backman. You know what I mean?
By all accounts, he's that. Honestly, by all
he's
accounts.
He's a kid, though. He's a kid.
Yeah, I know. But you might wait. You might wait to play him a couple of
being Carlton
in that year.
Yeah,
straight
being
away.
Carlton, he can't just walk in. You can't just walk into that.
But we've got no big backman,
The thing is, it's not just a Carlton thing. Like this kid's ready to go. He's played senior footy for 2 years.
Yeah, and comes in and then gets slapped to the ground and then see you later. AFL's a different game, bro.
He might be ready, but let's wait and see till
absolutely
preseason and see what he's at training with big guys and all that sort of thing. Chesser, from all reports, he probably needs a reset, so they'll see how he goes. I don't think he'll play straight away. He played 3 games for West Coast, you know, so I don't know if that tells you much. Or, you know, he was a first-round pick, but, you know, not sure. But I think, like, geez, I've got a guy at the gym, loves the Swans. He's cursing about Florent because he reckons Cox has stuffed him up. Because if you look at his 2024 when they made the grand final, he had a fantastic year. Now they've changed.
He finished 3rd in the BNF that year.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden, he's no good. He's a 3rd rounder. We don't need you. But that's maybe Cox, not not Florent playing bad. You know, Cox wants him to do a different role, and you know, you go down that path. So he's a good pickup. Ainsworth's definitely an upgrade on Durden. I mean, I like Durden, nice guy, but didn't do much really. Sorry, let's be frank.
You knew what you were going to get. You knew what you were going to get.
It wasn't. But you know, and you know, I'm really excited about the ruckman. I've heard him talk like only Carlton talk. You know, he's pumped. I mean, geez, it'd be pretty hard to get a gig with Jackson and what's their other right? Darcy, mate. They're starters every day of the week. Yeah. Like, how's the kid supposed to break in with them two playing every week?
I think he won their best and first in the VFL.
Yeah, well, look, you know what? Sometimes he's a good young kid. He'll help Pitone because one of my members did some work for Pitto a long time ago. So Pitto ain't got much time left. So, you know, this guy needs to step up. He'll play straight away probably with Pitto. You know, they'll play him. Everyone's going to play the second ruck with the way the no more sub rule now. So, and I think they'll play that Harry O'Keefe up forward instead of Akers. Akers has done an Achilles, man. He ain't coming back straight away. He'll be a while with that.
You're talking about Kemp.
Kemp, sorry. Yeah, Kemp's done the Achilles. So that's not a quick fix.
Okay, so maybe we'll see Lewis Young.
Well, you know what? I'd actually take McGovern for a year. I'd take him for a year on a budget contract, McGovern. Why wouldn't you?
Does the club sound out Mason Cox for a year?
No. I got banned on Facebook for 24 hours for applying to a Carlton fan that said we should look into him. The things I said got me banned for 24 hours on Facebook.
McGovern's a liability, though, Robert.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
in your 23. He's going to be in the rooms at least for half a quarter or a quarter every game, and then
that's the only thing. He takes a while to get going. I agree with you there. You can't just put him into the side unless he's playing VFL every week, which is, you know, if you look at the VFL side, a lot of players last year didn't get dropped back to the VFL because we were short on players. So you talk about, it's going to be hard to get into the side. So it should be, because you should have a whole bunch of good players playing VFL that should be playing AFL, waiting for that guy to get injured or waiting for their turn to come up so they can quickly go into that side. And we haven't had that for years. You know, you know, and the Camporelli brothers you know, there's a year into them. So, you know, they still need to be blooded properly. You know, but Austin and, you know what, Graham Wright, he's doing well. You can't say, you can see he's got his hands all over this. He's doing similar to what they did at Collingwood. You know, everyone said, gee, got rid of Grundy. Everyone was panicking there. How can you get rid of Grundy, this and that? Mate, he got rid of him. He brought in Bobby Hill for a second rounder. He brought in, he picked up all these, like, good players, weren't great players with second round picks and third round picks, like we've done here. Florent, third round pick. Ainsworth, a swap for a second round pick with Durden that we got for Durden. Very similar type of stuff. You know what I mean? Our ruckman didn't really pay much for him either. So, look, I went from being a bit, what's going to happen? Look, and like I said, I'm not convinced Voss is the man, but I'm with Muz. 3 or 4 games in, he loses. Yeah. He's gone. He's gone. They cannot wait because they're going to.
What if we're 2-2?
Well, that's okay. Why is that bad? Depends who
1-3.
No, Andy, depends who you're playing, mate. Depends who. The draw.
Depends how you play too, right?
How you play and who you're playing, because last year, if you look at it, we went, okay, they gave us the easy one, Richmond. How we lost that?
I'll tell you now. I'll stop you right there. If we lose to Richmond round 1,
he's in trouble. He's in trouble.
There's trouble.
He's in trouble.
Bro, that's not trouble. That's good.
But then we went into Hawthorn, Dogs, and another big Collingwood, I think it was.
Yeah.
What the hell is that draw? Well, you know, if you're 2-2 after that, well, that's pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're
up in every single game.
We should have won every single game.
I understand that. But
prior to the season starting, though, we said we should be around that 2-2. We all said, like, you know, we might get Dogs and Richmond. as the wins, and we said
No, Richmond will buy. How much do we win by?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Richmond
yeah,
was
10
Yeah,
goals.
Richmond.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, we're not going to go back there. But, it's – and I did say in the chat while you were talking earlier before, Vossi didn't get to choose his assistants last time. Remember, he came to the club late because we were waiting for Alistair Clarkson, and we waited and waited and waited and waited. And by then the season had finished and everything, and everyone had picked, they gave him those players. But in saying that, I think Jordan Russell's still there because he was under contract, and so is Ashley Hansen. They're under contract. Everybody else wasn't under contract. They got the flick. So they're gone, and I love the Travis Spoke thing. That would be awesome around the club. He's well liked, like you said. You've met him before, and people. It's good to have someone like that that can nurture the players and stuff like that as well. That's awesome. You know what I mean? And these guys, I don't know. We just seem to be professional again. I don't know. It's just I like the way they're talking. I like. I don't know. It's just.
Don't get sucked into the talk, brother.
Hit me up for the top 4 position.
No. We're not talking cheap, but these guys are talking, calm, with a bit of sense.
Yeah.
Cool heads.
I don't know.
Cool heads at the club.
Cool,
at the
cool
top.
heads. Yeah, but definitely, Voss. Obviously, they're not going to extend him if it's, 0 and 4, 0 and 5. He's gone.
Do you guys think if we're halfway through the season, we're 8 and 4, do they re-sign Voss for next year?
No.
Or
I don't think they re-sign
wait
until
to
the end.
see?
Yeah, you got to wait.
Yeah. Do you wait
You got
to
to
see?
wait. We're not doing that again.
What if at round 20? What if at round 20 we're 12 and 6, 12 and 8?
Where's that put us on the ladder?
We're 5th on the ladder at round 20,
And
You
how
still gotta
how
wait.
we're playing footy.
Is
and
the eight
there's
guaranteed?
still a month to go.
Still got to wait.
So the 8's not going. No.
Now, I think if he makes the 8, I think if he makes the 8, he should be given a chance next year. Because if you look last year, Dogs missed the 8 on 14 wins. That is when does that happen?
Yeah, it's unheard of. Yeah.
It's going to be tough next year as well. Next year is going to be a similar boat. You're going to have 2 or 3 bad teams, but then you're going to have a lot of teams that can beat anyone, I reckon.
Yeah.
So 14 wins again might not get you in. I mean, geez, that's 14 and 8. That's like a 66% win-loss record in a competition of 18 teams. It's not bad, man. I've seen 14 wins nearly get you top 4 a few years ago. I've seen Essendon get in. I remember that year Essendon got in with 12 wins. 12 wins and a draw got you in a few years back. So I don't know. It just depends. I don't know. But
Georgie just smacking his mic.
Sorry, I didn't realise how close I was to my face. I think any decision like that, if we're tracking at that rate, any decision will wait till the end of the season.
there's no rush unless they want someone and they can tell that someone's going to sign them. But I don't know, man. The Horse doesn't sound like he wants to coach. Adam Simpson, I'm not convinced about him. Won that flag and then went nowhere with West Coast for years. I know they had issues and that, but he couldn't get them back on track. Is he going to get us back on track? I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what this Melbourne coach does.
Stephen King.
Stephen
Yeah,
King,
man. You don't know. It'd be interesting to. He's making some moves, man. Like that, pretty tough calls. Petrarca, see you later. You see you later. Gets rid of that.
They might be grooming someone within the club, right? They might be. Ash Hansen seemed to have not grasped the chance at another club. He was touted as being the next senior coach in the AFL.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of them out there that have been sort of in the wings. Are they grooming someone like a Josh Fraser or time will tell?
He seems to be back at the club. He'd be interesting. He's been under McRae and Collingwood and that. Interesting to see what he does.
VFL coach for us, and now come back as a forwards coach. So,
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Robert. We
no worries.
appreciate you
Good to see you,
tuning
boys.
in
No worries.
and all that. Give your gym a shout out, bro, while we're here.
Highlight Fitness in West Meadows, Tullamarine. Get down.
Make sure you get
Midland
down
Road.
there. Make sure
Doing
you get
well.
down there.
Moz,
If you
when are
see
coming
Robert
past?
when you're there.
Absolutely,
When are you going
will, mate.
past?
I've got to
Come
get the
past,
rig.
mate. I
I've
think
got to get
that-
the rig in a bit better shape, and I'll head down there, mate, just in time for summer.
Yeah, you had those deadlifts or something that you were doing, the Romanian ones or something.
I'll
You were
do whatever
talking
you
about
want,
on a
mate.
couple episodes.
I'll head down and we can do whatever you want to get up
Come
to,
past,
mate. We'll
mate, come past.
keep it PG
Yeah,
though.
Make sure you
I'm
get
a bit
down.
excited.
Andy, I thought you were like the late George Burns on the show with Rocco the other week with the cigars and
Yeah, we love a
the late
cigar
George
over
Burns.
at
Have you
Unfiltered.
seen that skit when he's on that late night show with the cigars and that?
No, I haven't seen it. Send
You
it to
gotta
me.
see
I'll
it.
have a watch.
Look up the late George Burns.
Done. I'll suss
Yeah.
it.
Smokes 13 cigars a day.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell.
Jeez.
All right, boys.
Thanks for
Have a
joining
good
us,
night.
mate. We
Have a good
appreciate
night,
it.
mate.
Yeah, Robert.
See ya.
Catch you, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you, man. Lads,
Yes, it is.
it's been good. There's still fucking 160 people here, man.
Oops.
Yeah, man.
Hey, shout out to everyone in the chat. That's been huge. Like considering we have been off for a month or so. Obviously, everyone loves tuning in, and we love having you guys. So it's been great. Anyone who jumps onto the chat, who jumps on for a call with us as well. Huge thanks. We missed this. This has been nice.
Has been nice. It's been good. I don't see Moose. I'm telling you, unless it's the potty, I don't see Moose.
Yeah, I got to catch
Moose
up,
is-
boys. We'll do a
Moose is
feed.
too busy running the city. Moose was just letting all my friends in the other night.
That was hilarious. You're from the Monday Blues. Next minute, Andy jumps on the phone. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Story for another day.
Yeah. Good one, boys. Well, on that note, thanks to everybody for joining in. Before we sign off, thanks again to our sponsors, GlobalNet, Mercadante Wood-Fired Pizzeria. Moose, what's the address?
123 Logon Street, Carlton. واحد اثنين ثلاثة Logon Street.
Very good. Elite Plastering, Kami Projects, Zach Nasser from YPA, Raz Homes, Bottolo Pascaval, and Damo Finance. Gents, it's been an absolute pleasure to join you boys again and chat. Thank you so much for joining us. 154 of you still here. Hit the like button on the way out.
Yes,
If you're
please.
watching for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I don't think this is going to be the last video of the year. We're going to do a video for draft. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we do a couple of little videos in between. So keep your eye on the channel. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, following us on Facebook, subscribe.
TikTok.
Yes, follow us on TikTok. We're everywhere. So feel free to come in and see me at Bottolo Pascaval if you want to have a chat about Carlton. I love it when you people come in. It's the greatest thing ever. If you see George in the street, kiss his head. If you see Moose, kiss his head. He loves it. If you see Carl, give him a high five. So yeah, we all love you. We all appreciate you.
Very nice.
Bye.
Thank you all. Love you, boys. Have a good
Yeah,
night,
mate.
everyone. And we'll see you on the other side.
Take it away, Carl.
Sicky now.